What's going on, team? It's another day, another set of stakes, and I'm sure that everybody is on the edge of their seat waiting to see what our matches are if you haven't already tuned in for the rest of our night outside of this first and pre-match. My name being Why Not Tony. Good to be back, good to be on for another Tuesday. Bear with me a little bit tonight. Feeling a little bit under the weather, just a little bit, but we're going to be doing our best. We're going to be giving it our all 100% as always, chat. So first of all, hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all well rested. Hope you're all feeling pretty energized yourselves, as we're just going to throw it over to our schedule and see what's going on in that direction first and foremost. Got ourselves a pretty good number of matchups to get through overall. 5, Kaker and Jared being the kickoff. Following that, Trick and Langor, Twigs and Laboom. That one's going to be a good one. Hambuga and Slump, FusiioN and Tiski. I think that one is also going to be a pretty good one. That one's the 15th and 16th seeded teams right now playing up against one another in the later stages of week 7 of 9, pardon me. I mean, keep that in mind. We are at the end nearly. Like, we are almost done. So that's kind of crazy. I think that we have moved so very far and so very fast in that regard. So we're going to just get into our first matchups pre-show and get an understanding of what's going on there. Let's peep what we got for what my favorite part of the night typically is the tail of the tape. 10th and 11th ranked teams, actually. It's very interesting. I'm just going to quickly flash through all 5 of them. This is 10th and 11th ranked. This is 8th and 7th ranked. This one's a little bit farther away at 13 and 4. Then we get to 1 and 3. And the end of the night is going to be that 16, 15 I mentioned a moment ago. So all these teams are tight as hell. I mean, they are right on each other as far as the ranking is concerned now. At the, push for playoffs, I believe they're all going to be looking to gear up for that 8th above all else. What happens at the end of the season? Playoffs. I think, I believe, could be wrong. Pretty sure top 8 of 16 move on into playoffs. And we go into high tide, high time. What's going on? What's going on? Bribey Stakin', how you doing? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Good to see everybody popping out. Let's get it, D-Vault. Let's get it. Let's get it indeed. I mean, looking at this game right now and looking at the stakes, I think it's a little bit of a tighter race in terms of the ranking, obviously, but this is one of those games that you just got to also look at the wins and losses, right? I mean, 12 games won to the 13 of Caker and Classic. That's all well and good, but also keep in mind, man, 15 losses to 6. I mean, they've been playing game after game, Caker and Classic, and grinding out games overall, so they're bound to find more wins if they continue to push it. But, I mean, Jared and Crisp have just had better wins. They've just had more consistent wins over the course of their 18 games played to the 28 of that of Caker and Classic, who've got 10 more under their belts. It's also the head-to-head win. I mean, 9-2 last time that they'd played up against each other. That was in the beginning of the month, and it was over on Memento. 9-2 is a banger, but in Rooftop, we're going to be going for a little bit of a different style, maybe. I'm not sure. 100% no flash, Tony. No flash stakes, not right now at the very least. Maybe later down the line. Maybe as the season goes by. But right now, we got nothing for you, and I do apologize for that, my friend, but good things come to those who wait. No? What's going on? What's going on? Sarcastic Dan, Time to Cook, looked up, popping out as well. All of the usual names here tonight. Thank you, Mike Hawk. I knew I could always count on you. You're always good for the info. Let's get yapping. Hey, team.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
They're chilling.
It's a pretty smooth night for me as well. I hope that you guys have been having a good time of this one, obviously in the race for playoffs. Now, you're playing up against a team that's 11th, but for a lot of people who don't really follow, along with the season, you guys have played a lot more games, but you're still not yet in the contention for playoffs as far as I'm aware. So talk to me a little bit about the fact that you've gotten so many games out, because it feels like now we're entering high time to where I think it was maybe you guys or a different team, I'm not sure, where it became the conversation of quality over quantity.
Yeah, I think it was with us. Yeah, I mean, we're just trying to win as many games as possible. Picking up too many is kind of a bad thing, I'm pretty sure, because if I remember correctly, the tiebreakers who's played less games. So, trying not to pick up too many if possible, but, obviously still want to play and have fun. So,
right.
Trying to balance that out and just making sure we're getting good games.
To your point as well, it's not like we go out every week picking our opponent, right?
No, obviously not.
It's kind of the luck of the draw, so...
Yeah, and on top of that, it also goes into watching games. I don't know if you guys are like tuning in for matches outside of yours more regularly now, maybe going into offline servers and trying to figure out better ways of playing any of these maps. Do you find yourself doing anything of that nature?
I usually watch all the games, honestly. Even though I'm like in the league, it's honestly enjoyable to watch.
Right.
So yeah, I'd be watching them like almost every game pretty much.
That's good. I mean, listen, Jared is a team now that you've taken on, but it was a long time away ago. Going on to Rooftop now, different elevation changes, more heads-on aim duels, not a whole lot as far as, nuance goes to what you can do as a CT or T for that matter. So, give me like a rundown of now that we're entering like the end game of where you would almost like tier list all the maps that we have right now to the best of your ability. Or at the very least, like instant ban and like one that you really like, and even that would be good.
Instant ban, Palai.
Fair enough.
My favorite's Assembly. Easily.
Yeah, there you go. There's our answer.
You like Assembly as well? You're on that one? That's one of your top classic?
Yeah, I mean, Kicker farms, and I just kind of support, so it's fun.
I mean, yeah, I mean, listen, you guys are probably one of the only teams I think that actually feels like that map is one of their favorite. I think most of the time a lot of teams are saying that they hate that one. But listen, Palai is also one that everybody's played a million times over, so you can't really take one way or the other. You can't get the best of both worlds. So, going into Rooftop, where does this lie? In the middle ground, towards the bottom, towards the top? Where does it float for you as far as comfortability feels?
I'd put it like middle bottom for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we were doing pretty good on Rooftop, and the last time we played it, we tried to do some things different, and it didn't really go our way. So maybe it's back to the drawing board in terms of that, but it's not a bad map.
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but we'll never know until we try, right? So let's get into this one in just a minute. I'm going to throw it over to the other team, but before that, I need to know what you think the scoreline for this one will turn up to on the rematch.
I'll go 9-7.
I was gonna say 9-5.
All right. Well, we'll see. Again, in good time. You never know until you try is what I'm going to live by for a majority of the games we've got going for the rest of this season, because it's gonna take a lot of effort from some rosters, especially towards the end of the night. That 15th, 16th Tiski Fusion game is going to be very interesting, but we'll see how that one turns up way down the line at 1 a.m. We'll see what you guys have cooking for us here on the beginning night at 11.
Sounds good.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Crisp and Jared, it's been a tumultuous season for a lot of teams who have been playing game after game. Caker and Classic of no difference. I think that they've been grinding out as much as they possibly can. But we got you guys who haven't really played a whole hell of a lot of games, it feels like. And I think we mentioned this one of the other nights recently as well, is that you have that quality about you to which not a lot of other rosters that have pumped out those games have. So do you find yourself maybe as like a low-key underdog sneaker favorite to start to crawl up through the rest of the season? What are your own personal goals that you've set?
Well, I think the goal is just to like get into the playoffs. We might need to pick up some extra games because I'm about to leave for 10 days.
Right, that's what we were talking about.
So yeah, I mean, when we get back, or maybe sometime this week if we have time, we gotta definitely get some more games in, because we're still winning a good majority of our games, and we're not like too far off in the win column from a lot of these teams that are like simply just ranked higher than us. Like Hamburger's team, I think only has like 3 or 4 more wins, but they're ranked like 7 spots higher than us. They've also played 13 or 14 more games than us. So if we can pick up some extra games and just keep this, keep the same winning percentage that we have right now, then I think the goal is just to get into the playoffs. And I think from there we could really just like take advantage of it. But kind of as we talked about yesterday, it's just hard with our schedule, to be honest, to pick up so many games and play super late when we both have work in the mornings and stuff like that.
Yeah, that as well as the fact that you have a teammate that you're trying to integrate into your new 5-man roster, and obviously that is going to take a little bit more elbow grease than trying to think about 1v1 me, but you're giving it your all, and that much is obviously true because we're mentioning the fact that you've got wins over your losses almost doubly so. So, entering high time and high tide, I just want to know what you guys think about this matchup and where you think the scoreline is going to end, so the stakers have some good insight as well.
I think we were able to, beat them pretty handedly the last time we had played them. They're really good guys, and I really like them, but I do think it's a matchup we should be favored in. We were able to have some good rounds against them last time, and hopefully we can kind of repeat that. But Rooftop's not really shown to be our map, so
Crisp is usually my numbers guy.
Yes,
I'll give you some numbers. I went 30-8 in our last scrim we just played. I'm absolutely gonna slam these guys.
So baby, so what's our score?
We're gonna say 9-3 at best.
That's at best. Last time around, for refreshers on the memories, as mentioned previously, 9-2 on Memento. This is obviously a different map entirely, but maybe not a different version of Jared and Crisp. We'll have to wait and see with a minute left. Get your stakes down now as I throw them down into the match setup room and we wait to get this one underway. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Get those stakes in now. I got to see the numbers that you guys have moving. How are you guys moving the needle right now? Looks like Jared and Crisp are going to be pretty chilling right there at that mark where they haven't budged all that much. It's still going to be a first blood conversation to where I would usually take Caker or Jared over most. If I'm giving either of those two credence, it would be, those players per team. What I mean is not Team Caker or Team Jared. I mean specifically Caker or Jared, just to not confuse you. And looking at the matchup, I think for personally me, I'm thinking like a 9-3, 9-4, 9-5 spread for Jared. So you've got 15 seconds, and I hope that you will have heard that in time before the delay catches up to get your stakes down, because that's what I'm going to be going with personally if I could give it one. If I could give it like a hard number, though, probably be a 9-4. A cool 9-5, or excuse me, a cool 9-4, but a hard 9-5, I guess. 9-0, Void, you're an absolute nutter. You are a crazy person if this is what you're thinking, man. We did not hear that in time. Damn it, bro. That's my bad. That's my bad. Listen, I'll be a little bit more quick to the jump. We had to end our interview with only about a minute on it, so I apologize there. We'll have a lot more time to talk after this game with more of a break in between the games too. So what's up, Ty? What's going on, brother? How you doing? How were games today for you? Was anybody watching? Was anybody catching him on his flow or what? It's obviously a long time ago. It's definitely a long time ago. So I do understand if people weren't exactly locked in for what would be what, like 13 hours, bruh? Ty drunk? Well, even if he was, he deserves it. He's a hard-working guy, okay? Let bro breathe. $9-4 caviar, please. All right, well, we may not have flash stakes, but we do have a game to get underway regardless, okay? So let's get moving into our first matchup of the night. Classic POV. He's got his face stats there too, for those of you who are aware of what face it even is, but
Nothing mid. They could be going
ourselves
door.
rooftop. This one gets to be a little bit
I think I would
crazy.
hear it,
It
though.
sometimes has the highest octane CS that we'll see,
Still
and some
coming.
other times it falls a little bit flat.
One up.
We'll have to wait to find out.
I'm smoked. Planning.
Already
I'm still
hearing a
smoked.
lot as far as sound cues go. I mean, they're going to
Are you
be
going for it?
reintegrating on their own call. Listen up. Oh no, Kicker didn't call that he was going to peek, and that's what Classic was asking for. He was hoping that his teammate would tell him when to activate, but instead he kind of leaves him out on an island. He leaves him all alone. I think this one might be chalk chat. Looks like he's going to be rushing it as quick as he can and trying to get at least an isolated 1-versus-1, to which he does, but that will be a round one nevertheless. Double kill for Crisp, who says he's going to annihilate them. Says he's
Come on,
going to
try to get
annihilate
cheeky.
them.
Buy a flash. Just pop me over middle, like kind of delayed.
Chat is going crazy on Ty right now. Nuts. I'm driving to Florida, from Florida to PA, so
Pop.
I got some time to watch CS. You're right around the tri-state. Welcome on in once you arrive, brother.
Watch your left. I'm indoor. They're setting up to
5.7
execute
is
again.
a
I'm
really
indoor.
solid pistol for Classic right now, guys. Very close range.
Wow, they have a flash for door and they open
Oh,
door.
dude, do you guys remember last night when they were playing on this
Last night
map
was door.
too? That was the exact same thing that happened to, I believe it was Fusion. Pardon me, Fusion and Edge, maybe was it? Somebody said the exact same thing. They said they have a flashbang for the door, dude. Of course they have a flashbang for the door. Who do you think they are, man? Who do you
Let's try.
take Jared and Chris to be? Some fools? Some noobs? No, they double kill
Well, they're-
again.
they're-
This time,
Dude,
it's
that ass
Jared.
thrown like a fucking execute.
Alex here for night 2 too. Alex, let me know what you think about the microphone, because I was toying with it and I turned up the gain a little bit. I moved it considerably closer too, and it sounded fine when I was testing it. It sounded pretty damn good. But you're the pro, you're the
Nice.
expert.
I'm double flashing.
I defer to you. Try and
Rock.
hit him with the flashbang high. Jared is just sitting behind the rock. He's waiting. He
Not
isn't.
fucking blind in the slightest.
Of course he's not blind. He's staring into the wall. He's waiting for it. He sees it lobbed into the air.
Nice,
with seconds left to
Caker.
go. The Caker to clutch it, baby. Look at that on the board. Any of you Caker and Classic stakers now can feel a little bit more energetic. You got yourself a round. What's up with everyone in these mustaches, bro? It's a wave. Just because you can't grow
Let's see
one.
if they actually want to do the boost. Boost
I'm
me.
joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I love this boost, but honestly, I also hate this boost. It feels like it's something that shouldn't even be like allowed. This feels like it's something that shouldn't even exist, bro.
I'm hiding.
Nice to catch that first frag at the very least before dropping off the top. Anything more than that, and they'll be able to tie it up at 2-2, no problemo. I mean, looking at your guys' stakes for this game and seeing what you had super staked for end of days, there's going to be a heavy payout if we get to that golden gun for anybody who's staked in that direction. We're looking at between 17 and 20, depending on which team that you had for this one. So,
come with me, come with me,
that might be one of the most exciting and high-pressure moments for them, and pretty quick decision-making from Classic there. He snaps his fingers and calls upon his dog to hit right at his hip.
Good job. Rock.
I have a full beard, Tommy. Damn, dude, for real? Honestly, it sounds a little bit better, not gonna lie. A little bit better is a lot of bit better for me, because any amount of improvement is...
I'm gonna try to drop sight.
I'm also in the void. I just got to get a slightly better green screen at some point once that money starts rolling in, guys. Day by day, listen, day by day, okay?
Can you flash over me?
The supported flashbang is going to be everything for Classic right now, because they will not have heard that one, but the other one, from Classic's point of view, that was a stinker.
Okay.
I don't really know how you're going to work this one out if you're the two Ts without just straight up aim dueling. I mean, you got to fight, and they're no strangers to that. I mean, Jared and Crisp are mean with it. They're tough.
On top of rock one.
So I suspect that they'll go for the swing eventually, and he just gets out actually following the pull of that nade, and it gets him killed. Damn.
I'm going to try something new.
Mike sounds so much better. Thanks, bruh. Taylor, Tony, Tommy, Timmy, call me anything. I'm yours, okay? Listen, I'm yours. Just like this game might be Jared and Chris, just they can take the money out the hands of Classic and Caker now. Caker's actually, or excuse me, Classic now picking up the AWP with his teammate on an MP9. Less than ideal, man. The separation of funding is going to make their next investment really ugly. And this should just be a conversion right now to 5. I can't imagine they get more much than that, but I'm curious to know what Caker and Classic think about CT versus T-side on this map. I didn't get to ask them about that, but maybe in later games. But guys, listen, 2-4. It's not over yet, guys. It's not over yet. We're not even close to wraps. The change of the half can change everything in Counter-Strike. So I hope that every game we come into, we realize that much, because this game is super momentum-based, right? So starting off with that pistol round, getting a little bit of money in your pocket, maybe even getting the AK over the M4 might be enough for some teams to really believe. And I hope that it's the same for you.
Setting up the execute.
It sounds like he's a mumble rapper, but what he just said is they're setting up the execute. Because I heard...
Both.
Nah, you're chill, bro. Don't even worry about it, bro. Don't even worry about it. I appreciate it. I welcome it. It's fun, bro. We're like boys now. Listen, it's okay.
No, they're just still waiting.
These things happen.
Here they come.
It's quiet for a long enough time to where eventually when Classic does hear them on their way, it's just too little too late because his teammate is already dead. And he might get shit on too. If they aren't careful, he'll get a timing out. Where is the other player right now? There he is. Sorry, bro. I mean, I'm sorry, but truly in between. A rock at a hard place?
You want double or?
Sorry, guys. If we're going to talk about just straight up aim duels, Jared and Crisp have been straight up killing it. I mean, they don't really got much to talk about. Nade in hand. They got themselves time enough to try and figure this out. It's actually a failed nade. Nice, brother. Really nice.
One door.
Eventually, they're going to have to regroup, though, because Heaven Control is no longer... They love playing around this corner to the right of Classic right now, and he knows that much, so he's going to clear it as best he can, but the smoke's not yet fully faded, so they could still be in it. Not going to show. Eventually, it's gone, and they're going to fight together. And off has been hurt, but it's Jared up top. What a kill! That's incredible work from him. Where could the last of them be? Will it be 6 or will it be Caker to pull out with the beans? He's got the smoke, but again, another whiff nade. He needs to kill him, and he needs to kill him now. He doesn't have a kit. He doesn't have this round, and Jared and Crisp are profoundly taking a lead in this match thus far.
Yeah.
Let's play for flashes here, low-key. You should buy armor. I like
Fortunately for me, I actually don't even need to use the POV thing there because he's got it for me. Thanks, Chris.
Like, remember the MP9 flash?
We flip it around. We jump over to POV2
They're going left.
and see what Chris has to bring.
I have contact.
He catches the first one out of the air and absolutely melts Classic. Holy shit, he's just dominated the first frag. And looking to find the last of them, I can't imagine he's going to be missing many more. He is hot to trot on rooftop.
Bro, he goes like, look at me. He peeks me like this.
Because of the flash?
Yeah, just tapped him back then. I mean,
Are you
good
kidding
effort from
me?
them. The first guy jumped across.
Good effort from them, he says.
Yeah, double some
Good effort.
Fun, low-key. I have flashes. You should sit heaven and just call for timing. I'll throw a banger under you.
Oh my god, he is calling a strategy on a half.
Big Albert. Oh, he running.
Doesn't look like it's really working out right now. Trying to fix my green screen a little bit too while we're at it.
I really
hit him
did.
91
You peeked me between my. They were patient. I thought they would just run up. You peeked, Jerry.
I want my shirt to stay here. I like having my shirt on.
I spotted it, and before I like got 3 bolts off.
If I got a shirt, I want Tony's face on it. That's crazy.
Just hide and just wait for them, and then I'll flash.
Oh yeah.
That's fine. I'm gonna do it back then. Watch this shit.
My face on a t-shirt is not going to be very pretty. You're not going to get many women with that, brother. We switch back to this other half, and now that third round could be huge. I mean, money back in their pockets, team. Keep that in mind. So, Jared and Crisp, they force right now, so we're looking at minimum a fourth.
Tagged like 35. I have a flash.
The deeper this game goes,
I have cross.
the better it'll look for Caker and Classic, bro. There's no green behind me. It's true. All the green is gone. You gotta watch out. That's that first frag, though, to where now he's dinged with an MP9. Oh, I think Classic's a dead man walking. I think he's operating on borrowed time around the rock. He'll catch the shot to the shoulder, and actually Classic is the one to have shot first. Honan versus Dorito. No, my friends. Classic versus Crisp.
Oh, thank you.
They're probably gonna run it down on the right side, so I'm just gonna push left.
Might be done here. That was the round that, frankly, Classic and Caker needed. That was the one that was a gimme, I think, to be frank. And typically I'm Tony, so you know I mean business. Fast flank out and in. Good kill from Crisp, and he's just gonna dip. He heard the player close right. It is of no unknown entity to where the last remains. Swing into just a pistol round, and that's gonna see the finisher. Chris did call it. Chris did call it. He was doing like a maniacal villain laugh while I was getting out of that, but either way, I guess I was right, but it was a spread that I called, so it's not necessarily fair to those who only pick one round, but we'll see what they have to say about that victory that they had cooked up. They're so far down in the Discord. Holy moly. Good lord, good grief. Welcome in to the post game. Okay, we're in the end game now, team. In this matchup, you had said 9-3, if I'm not mistaken there, Chris, correct?
Yes, sir.
Well, I think the Stakers need to start listening to you a little more often, or at least especially after you're coming off some hot scrims, because you did look to be kind of a Terminator in that game. Frankly, maybe even one of the best I think I've seen you in individually. How did it feel?
Usual.
Usual, damn. Well, I mean, honestly and truthfully,
I'll keep it a buck. The maps are what make the player play around the map, and these maps are very unorthodox. So
Sure.
it's kind of when you're comfortable, you know, it shows your true self.
Well, I mean, if we're keeping it honest, then I think that you were definitely a lot more confident in the pregame interview than you have been previously. Maybe not necessarily in terms of the score prediction, but in terms of the energy that you brought to the table with saying that you were going to slap these guys, saying that you were going to come in and crush them. As statistically speaking, I think you definitely did that, and need a little bit more of it as time goes by, right? Like, that's some serious leverage into which the other team didn't have over you going through it. So I want to ask what your opinions are on the future match before we do get into our pre-show for that one indignantly. It's Trick versus Langor, number 8 versus number 7, and I think that it's a very interesting matchup with that fact being given now. As we mentioned, this is playoffs time we're all looking for, right? And they're fighting for it, and they're both on the line to get bumped, one by the other team, Langor by Trick. So this one game actually does mean a hell of a lot in my opinion. They're 1-1 on the head-to-head. They're playing on Brewery, and I do want to see if they've played Brewery once before I make the final assumption, but it looks like they haven't. So what are your thoughts on that?
You go, Jared.
I think that Langor's team maybe would be like slightly favored in that. I would think so. Just based on like the league level, I think both teams are playing at the current point of time, but like they're both good squads. So I mean, I think a lot of it might go into just like who gets a hot start, because if you can play the T side right, like good on that map, then it could be very strong. But if people struggle on T side or don't really know how to play Brewery too well on T side, it's just going to be a CT side mob, honestly. But
I want to ask you
Chris,
then. Okay, no, Chris, there you go.
He cooked up some good T side stuff on Brewery, so that map feels really strong for us.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think Brewery is heavily T-sided. There are some maps that are designed in this, wingman tournament where you just are not even thinking about planting the bomb. You're not thinking about buying a kit. Brewery is the exact opposite. That map, I can knife out confidently with one smoke grenade, plant the bomb every single time, and the CTs can't do a single thing to stop it. So if teams figure that out, I think it's very T-sided. So I'd say it's an honest coin flip between this matchup, because if the CTs go to a strong start and the Ts don't understand how to play the map, then it's going to be whoever starts CT side. But if the Ts understand, then it goes their way, in my opinion.
I'm not going to give away too much. There is actually, I cooked up I've been going into these maps also and seeing what's up with them. Obviously, I like to know some of the intricacies about them. And there is a spam you can hit onto that box, even in through the smoke, if you just light it up.
The big box.
Yeah, I have caught a little bit of a spam, so we'll see if anybody picks up on that at some point.
Keep that information to yourself.
Listen,
I'm
not going to say how you do it. I'm not going to tell you where to line up. I'm not going to say it's maybe not on a normal elevated position or anything like that. I'm not going to say anything, but it does get interesting when you do go into the theory crafting of these maps in general. We'll try and cook up something like seemingly you have as well, but maybe we'll see that later in the season. But right now we're going to go into our pre-show without you guys and hoping to see the games that you have in the future grinded out to see if you can make your way towards a playoff spot. So congratulations tonight. You're one step closer.
Thank you.
No worries.
Thanks, man.
Well, chat, I love the damn tail of the tape, so I'm gonna bring it up. I freaking love the tail of the tape. What can I say? Okay, it's the old Italian classic, the tail of the tape. Hey, it's an 8 to 7th ranked team matchup tonight as this second game. We have so many of these kinds of games, and I love that. I love that so much because it gives us a lot as far as, I think, exploration as to what these teams are capable of in the head-to-head. I think it gives us a good level into what the games that obviously look, again, actually, this is really funny. 10 more games played by Trick and Goodbye, but the same number of wins. Now, let's keep in mind the last game we watched, guys, same exact thing. Number 10 versus number 11 ranked team. 10 extra games played, though, by the higher ranked. So that's really where it all comes down to, in my opinion, is the fact that Langor and Coco, they might not have, a total of what would be 33 games played, but they do have the same amount of wins despite having only 23. Yeah. So that's kind of insane. I think that that's going to be a big factor in the talking points between Langor and Coco having an edge up in this one, despite it also being a 1-1. The 1.2 KD is something that makes me pretty hopeful as well, being able to fire up on all cylinders individually for those two guys. And the first blood stake is probably the one that gets a little bit more tricky, seeing as it's only, no pun intended, only a 7% difference. So I think personally we should be looking a little bit more towards the who will win and at what score line as far as the staking is concerned, and maybe focusing a little bit less on the first blood, or at least not putting everything all in on that, because I don't know how many of you guys do so. Let's get an idea from the chat, actually. I want to know, let me know whether or not you guys find yourself staking more on First Blood or the Super Stake scoreline. I want to know which one of those you guys stake on more often. Like, let's say you only stake on one thing per game, or you were only allowed to stake on one thing per game. First Blood, or the Super Stake win by series. What do you guys typically go for? Because that's pretty good information, I think, as far as the talking points go for these teams later into the season as we go deeper and deeper to it. I'm very curious. But I also, I guess, can show you the recent matches they've played up against each other. Not that they're the same map, but peep. 9-3, 9-6. A little bit deeper of a victory for Langor and Coco last they had played, but still won, you know, in the wheelhouse of Trick and Langor. That can be looked back on with some reverence of, I guess, strength from that team, whereas in the recent matchups in general, it's been win after win after win after win for Langor and Coco, and it was a little bit of a time frame where they were a little bit too big for their britches, in my opinion, as far as confidence levels were concerned. I think that they were talking up a big game and not really being able to deliver on every matchup that they were saying these things on, but recently, even though they're only winning by a spread of 1 to 4 rounds, they have been looking really decent and being able to consistently bang out victories to where Goodbye and Trick have only just recently found intermittent win-loss, win-loss, win-loss after a streak of red, and we've said that almost every night, but it's still a talking point, so it's still the same that we've seen from Trick and Goodbye in the last week and a half to 2 weeks or so, to where Langor and Coco have turned up exponentially in comparison. I think that needs to go and be said. Importante. As they get themselves ready for this matchup and get their map ready and raring to go, so we can just jump straight on into it and not worry about all that much as far as the setup is concerned. I love it when the game begins right after our pre-show ends up finished out, so I don't know about you, but I hate playing a waiting man's game. I know you stakers want to get into the action. I know you want to get into the game. I know you want me to shut my mouth and start the match, but simply put, I can't. There are formalities about these things, okay? We got to go by a system. We're going to be starting this best of 3 off watching the Goodbye POV. For those of you who are curious, that's where we're going to rock with at the beginnings. We haven't watched him in quite some time. Last time we had caught Trick's POV on this one, and then at the halftime, we will be trading over to Coco, who has been a monster. Can I pull up their individual stats for you really quickly is my only other question, and yes, I can. Check this out. It's a 8.9. Oh wait, hold on. Langor's actually surpassed Coco. I thought that they were in the reverse roles previously. Langor's been cooking up in the kitchen. Interesting. Looks like old Wynot's got to start doing more paying attention to these individuals, because I thought for sure that Coco would have been the one to have surpassed him statistically. But clearly I'm an old fool. Let's get our talk going, though. Hello, my 2 superstars. Listen, it's been a absolutely wicked last couple of nights that we've caught you on stream before. I mean, win after win after win. Doesn't really ever feel like you guys have dropped the ball in the last week and a half to 2 weeks or so. So talk to me a little bit about the momentum as build up as you guys have gotten. Do you think you're getting like more confident? Do you think maybe even more cocky, or do you find yourself kind of the same as you were at the very beginning?
I think we're kind of the same. Just not how we're playing now.
Just the same deal as far as the mental goes, but other than that, you're just ripping into it with, you know, obviously the same levels as you did when you started this season. We love to hear that. I was mentioning before that I think when you started the season, there was big talk, and it felt like you were letting down every now and again. It didn't really feel like it was being met with the same level of intensity that the words were, right? But now I think as the last week or so, you've been coming online to a really solid degree. I think Langor, you in particular, have been hitting some really, really solid matches to where Coco had a couple of ones where he was pulling them out individually, like almost single-handedly. You have skyrocketed. You have surpassed him and most players as well in this season so far, so congratulations on that front. But we go into this game, and it's 1-1. You guys obviously have played against each other before, not on this map. We haven't seen Brewery on stream, it feels like, in forever, so I'm glad to be back on this map finally. How do you feel about it in particular?
It's a nice map, honestly. I like it. I like the angles on it.
It's
we
a
have
very
lot to learn,
unique.
but it's very unique. Yeah.
We've had our time on it.
Fair enough. I mean, listen, and there was a talk in the post game of last match that there was some interesting T-side things that were being cooked up by the individuals of Crisp and Jared, but obviously not playing tonight. Maybe there is something that you guys have learned over the course of your time playing this one. Have you guys anything in the back pocket that you're waiting to pull out, or is it pretty much all used by this point?
Nope, we don't have anything on it. We're gonna join and shoot them in the head and win.
Just like we always have.
Yep.
All right, well, I'm going to ask you guys now, Coco first, and then Langor second, how you feel the matchup will go, the score line that you've got up ahead of us. I love looking at the
9-1.
back of your head and your damn player card, dude. 9-1 from Coco and Langor.
I know.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, listen, tonight would be an awful night after the talk that we just had for you guys to falter, so I would love to see you guys pop into
To
this
fall
one.
through. Who's hating?
I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying tonight would be the worst night for it to happen. So don't let it, okay? We're finding only wins if you guys are gonna talk like this every time. I'm ready for it, but you
Stop
gotta deliver.
manifesting our loss.
Now, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not saying anything. I'm not doing nothing.
You're manifesting. Stop it.
Okay, I will see you for the winners interview.
Yes.
That like counteracted at all? Are we back at like a net zero? Am I non-biased again?
It didn't counteract anything because we were always gonna win.
Okay, I like to hear it. Keep that energy. We'll see you in a bit. Good luck.
Bye, boy.
Bye, boo. All right. Welcome, welcome. It's a new dawn of a new day. It's still not exactly the easiest of times for you guys to break through the threshold of 2 consecutive wins, but it's better than finding multiple consecutive losses where you were a week ago. So how are you feeling coming into this one as the pattern does continue? You're due for a win tonight, if that's to be believed.
Yeah, I mean, that's good to know that the pattern's with us, and played Brewery a lot. I think it's one of the more played maps for a lot of people, so we'll see. The meta's evolved on it a little bit from what we've seen, so just try and bring in what's current and hope they're a little behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, I mean, definitely that is something where a lot of teams are starting to get caught off and exposed in certain matchups at the late stage of the season, right? Where they've played maps maybe once or twice, if not all in the last couple of weeks before this. And then they meet like an underdog, right? They meet like a team that's supposed to be the worst of the two of them, but not knowing the map really does go a long way. And for some teams, it actually comes and alleviates some pressure. They feel like, oh, we've not played the map before. Why stress, right? But, you know, majority of the time that isn't the case. You guys say you played this one a considerable amount. I've watched it a considerable amount from your POV. Have you discovered anything new over the time? How do you think that your evolution has come from the first day?
Yeah, I'd say it's come a long way in terms of how much you think you need to like play to deny plan, like blow smoke. I don't want to give too much of what currently we want to be doing, but throwing in like a nice mix of options, that there's not one correct way to play the map, but it's kind of how you sequence your moves together, especially on CT, to get a strong half going.
Fair enough. I mean, listen, we had conversations about the AWP a little bit as well. I'm hoping tentatively to see that brought out at some point again from you. Goodbye. I think you've been pretty impressive with it when you've been at your peak, but we'll have to wait and see again. I don't want to expose any of your gameplay, but I am going to ask you what you think the scoreline for this one's going to turn up to.
I think we go for a 9-4, and if we change some rounds together, maybe I get out the op and we have some money, you know?
Okay. Oh, you didn't have to tell me. You didn't have to. They could be watching.
Oh.
They could be watching. Who knows? Trick, you feeling that as well? 9-4?
I'd agree with a 9-4 there.
Okay, well, this one is going to be one of your biggest wins in recent history. If you can pull off that as that score line as well, it would be a better score than you had the first time that you met them and won. So we'll see if that will turn up in about a few minutes here. I'm going to let you get set up and staged for Brewery in just a moment. We'll be back in the action. But until then, we'll see you potentially for a winner's interview.
See you in 20 minutes.
Oh, 20 minutes. That's not a 9-4 in my mind, but also I'll take it. All right, all right. Sound low? Sound low for me or for the players? That's good information that you give me, but I need more direction than that, man. I think this one is going to be a 9 to... If I had to give it a spread, Team Langor 9, 4, 5, 6. I'm more comfortable with a 9-5 than anything else if you're only going for 1. If you go for 2, I'd say 9-5, 9-6. The 9-4, 9-5, 9-6 is probably the 3 that I would be going for if I had to give my 2 cents onto this one. And I did it on time now, okay? You got 1 minute and 20 seconds by the time I let that loose. So ain't no blaming me. What are you bum saying? Who that, Bray? What? What does that mean? That was the guy who was talking. I had him on screen, bro. Bray. I've never seen Bray before. Sounds good. Turn your shit up. Oh my god. Huey, relax. Huey, breathe. Remember the exercises that we practice, man. You can't be getting like this in cat. You're gonna get riled up and you're gonna get banned. I'm kidding. Or am I? All right. 30 seconds to close, and I want to see. Oh my god. Not, like, I mean, it makes sense. I highly doubt and there's any world that a 9-0 would go through for Trick and Goodbye, but 45, damn. That's a wicked multiplier. I think the Golden Gun 9-7 is where you could throw down a couple of bucks if you see everybody else going in a different direction. Maybe get yourself a pretty penny if we go deeper than they had anticipated. Again, never having played this map against one another is going to be a good little time to really isolate their abilities individually on Brewery for their future. And we're ready to get rolling. I almost just completely burped in my mic, bro. Taylor, stop it. Damn, you guys are making fat stacks on this app, bro. I see you guys. The amount of money that you've been able to pull up with, like, I see like 32K and things like that. Absolutely absurd. Let's turn that ish off and get into our matchup. Why don't we? There's it. What's going on? Oh no, bro. Stream bugging, chat. Oh no, please don't tell me I miss. I think we're good. I won't miss first blood. I think I fixed it just by refreshing a million times over. What? Team. We're joking, right? We're joking. I deeply apologize. I don't, surely. Oh, okay. Well, on Trick's POV, we won't miss first blood at least. Unless he somehow manages to get ads right now, which would be very, very abysmal timing. But Coco is going to be the one to find first blood. He's going to snap them back, and the bomb will have been planted for him now to play this clutch. It's chalked as he gets shot straight inside of it. Coco just gets the double kill. Hold on, let me see what's up with that. What's up with the commercial break thing? I got to get that fixed before next game. Now you see how we feel when that shit happens? Yeah, you're right, bro. That's my bad, I guess. I'll have it squared away for next match in case that happens again. I might have to reach out to the... Well, I would have to pause the game. I would have to ask them to pause the game. 50. And that would suck. But I was quick enough about getting onto Trick's POV at the very least. You got to give me props for that. And right now, on the 1 versus 1, Trick has a good shot. I mean, he's got an AK-47 because of the bomb plant last round. That's money he wouldn't have otherwise had. And are they playing Ring Around the Rosie? I should have James Bond music for these kinds of moments, because where is this player off to, man? The 1-to-1 turn immediately following a loss on pistol round would mean the world to these two players. He's got a smoke grenade if he wants to use that. He can try and isolate a position. He doesn't have any armor, so he's going to be a softer target. And he's kept him, Jesus criminy, quiet enough, but still gets discovered and killed out. Another Coco double kill. He is crapping on them. Yeah, not hating on you. I'm just saying when it happens on 2K or football. Does that happen too? Does that happen in those games? Do they get commercial breaks? I didn't know that happened anywhere else. I know how to fix it, and I'm kind of a bum for not having checked prior to the stream, to be honest with you, but I think we should be fine for the time being. I'll get it handled. They've only got pistols. They're just going to be saving. There's not really going to be a whole lot for them to do right now. It's primarily going to be them just getting as much money as they could possibly have. moving forward. Oh, that's a freebie, I think. No, don't. That fart sound effect was louder than it's ever been before. Why is that?
Okay, you gotta just stay quiet for the round.
That was really loud. This is an expected result, Pillsbury Doe. To be honest with you, if you were listening during the pre-show, this is definitely what we were gearing up for. Because I had the mic up to my ass. Yeah, dude, I actually just like froze the camera for a split second. GB finds the first kill. That's going to be extremely important now to Trick's position that's been smoked. He can sit here a little bit more comfortably now knowing that Goodbye has given him some room to work. He actually is going to get both kills before Trick's even walked up those steps. Okay, thank you very much. Do it all, man. TY. I mean, Goodbye is having a game of this one right now. I don't doubt him. I think I'm pretty comfortable with the idea of him just going for some peaks right now and getting aggressive. Already getting that first point of contact on the left. They weren't quiet about it for a while, but Trick being able to find that. Where's the trade? Where's the trade from the other CT? Where have they gone? Not close enough. We believe in high rounds. Street Taco's giving up energy for them to make this one a longer matchup. Because listen, chat, I'm going to look back at the stakes for that one because it was actually insane. I think that the 9-7 and 9-8 wasn't. Yeah, dude, 20 to 23.72 is the multiplier we're looking at for a golden gun, and that's not even including the fact that 9-7 itself is already 15 and 17.94 respectively. That's crazy. That's absolutely absurd. So keep your hands up to the sky. Keep donating their spirit, because they're already about to hit a tie game score at 3-3. Unless this 5-7 through a smoke finds both of them. That's a little overzealous, I think, from Goodbye trying to end it so soon. Trick taps that bomb to try and bring him out into the forefront of that site. Coco doesn't bite. Where has he gone to? Has he gone low? Has he wrapped all the way around through the lower side of this map? Or has he just sat amidst that smoke waiting for it to fade? Oh my lord, my heart rate, man. This is not the scenario that you want to be in if you're Trick, because if you manage this one, if you fumble it, you're going to be in some deep doo-doo, and that's putting it nicely. 17 seconds, going for the stick. If he's on the window, Coco's going to be able to swing and shoot him in the side. He's not. He's gone very loud about his rotation out, though. So a little bit confusing as to what could have gone down. But he is going to find himself a more comfortable window to peek down from. Dude, imagine being the players in these moments. They're so tense, and you're just no other options on Brewery but to be completely footstep silent. Activate dead silence. That's how you got to play those clutch rounds. He said they got him sweating. Goodbye said last round that he's going to take the fight instantly because he did it last round and it worked out well. Are they close? So thinks Trick. He has the bomb. You got to keep that. It's very important to playing their objective. And Goodbye gets rolled. He's being held on the drop down from the ledge on the right side of that map. In this second game, lives and dies, it feels like, on Goodbye being able to find both kills first or Trick being able to clutch up. And this time it's going to need to be the latter. A reload is in. Where could the last of them have gone off to is the next point of contact, as he's going to be clearing out the lower ground. That was where he were positioned at before. And he hears nothing, sees nothing. Peeks into the same position and where he won the clutch last time around. And he now knows he has all the info he needs. He drops that smoke, plants it now deep. Although, he could get run over. Steamrolled by a spam in through the smoke. It would need to be a luckier shot. And he's tapping one after another, not giving him any range of motion. It's Trick who will maybe attempt to play tucked. A CT smoke on top of the bomb now. Hold on a minute. Is it too deep? It looks like it is. I can see the bomb emanating a red radiator through the bottom side of it, and a double down clutch from Trick. Big ups to the typical in-game leader. Leading by example, and now leading in the game 4-3. Trick and Goodbye are getting closer to upset potential, I would call it. 10 more games Trick and Goodbye have played in this season, and they have the same number of wins. So if that doesn't tell you how it's gone so far for them, then I don't know what will. They're looking to break through and find a win here after last night's loss and continue the pattern as mentioned in the pre-show of their win-loss inconsistency. But, I mean, listen, if you're finding any level of wins and being able to contest for playoffs, that'll be fine. No spam, no dice. Trick walking it back, and a flash into the smoke for them to go through. Coco dead, even though he's been supported. Sayonara. See you later. And a 5th round en route. All they've got to do is play off of one another well enough. But Goodbye's not going to be able to peek onto Langor after that kill. It's Goodbye's turn to clutch it out for the crew. He's gone quiet. He didn't peek on first tap. And into the window, Langor will go and find a 4th. I can't believe that that one gets whipped. He's got it nonetheless, though. Oh, no, he's just short of the 10-second. He fails. They flop. And we're going to switch POVs over to Coco to see what he's made of. Oh, my good lord. Twitch, you're kidding me. I'm just switching POVs one time, man. You can't give me a break? Like I said, I'll have this fixed for next map. So don't you worry a hair on your pretty little heads. Okay, we didn't even miss a round. We didn't even miss a round. Okay, dual Beretta is definitely nice to have, but yeah, Coco fragging is probably a little bit better. Need him to come alive now as he's picked up the weapon off his dead opponent. The dual Berettas are mean. Trying his damnedest to make this one happen in the same way. He's actually been caught on a timing, but slaps Trick as soon as he gets back onto that bomb site. Double kill. Get shit on. He's stoic after it as well. Look at how cool, calm, and collected he is. He wants to win this game, and seeing as they're still in contention for it, they need to start pulling alive a couple more victories. That golden gun would be insane. I'm phasing into a ghost. Uh-oh. I don't like to hear that. I like being alive.
Yeah, I think they are. I'm gonna come to you. Can you wait?
I don't know if it's because of the game. I can only assume it's because of the game. Oh, okay. Very interesting.
I think they might have boosted the drop.
But let's lock in. Lock in. Sarcastic Dan, we gotta get green, okay? Forget my green screen. We gotta hit the money line. And right now it looks like they are on track to find their tie. They are on track to find it 5. And this is classic. The oh my, that is an unbelievable sequence of Deagle kills from Goodbye that you can never account for. They hit 6. Are you kidding me with that? This is the way they might pull away with the victory? That is disgusting. That is just absolute filth. A 9 to... Actually, more people staked on 9-5 and 9-6 for Team Trick than anything else. 9-4. Now that would be an 11.19, but I mean everybody is pining for that 9-7, 9-8 who's staked that far, man. They are looking at that direction. They are hoping to see it go all the way. Continue to give us a little bit more resistance, though, have Coco and Langor on. This time, they're Deagle. They can do it right on back, my friends. Do not count them out. Langor saying a very nice compliment to his opponent that's just killed him. The best player in the world. But maybe Coco is about to become the best player in the world. Maybe he'll level up to give him that same medicine administered. It's very quiet again. Brewery. Shift walk simulator. That's kind of how 2v2s tend to go. He gets his plant off. Gets his $600 and gets knowledge that he isn't being walked in on from the front side of this map up until he goes for the second peek down. He gets out of dodge, and now he might have himself an isolated duel, but a smoke to that bomb. Last time they didn't have a kit, but this time he flashes it and looks like he's likely going to be hitting it for the full thing, and he will. He gets hit for so much damage, but, I mean, look, finished kill. I'll give it to him. Double kill, okay. My prediction was a 9-4, 9-5, 9-6 for Langor, actually. I was thinking closer to 9-5, 9-6 than 9-4, but we're already out of that territory and out of that range. We're entering the category of the golden gun if they can get it going. Or one of the more unlikely of the outcomes that people had staked upon to be the 9-4 if they can't find even a singular one from this point. That nade, pretty good. 74 damage. Oh, the goodbye AWP. Guys, we were talking about it in the pre-show. We got it. We got it. He brought out the big sniper rifle. It doesn't kill anything just yet, but it's going to have its chances even further beyond in this round now. Tap the bomb. Stick the bomb. Flash is going to try and dissuade them from peeking. No spams come through up until Langor does hit his shot, and he is going to be flanked from the pillar. Where is the sniper? In the middle of the map is goodbye, and in the middle of what could very well be their downfall and first loss in 5, if not 6 games, are Langor and Coco. Tony, do you like Valorant? Not really. Not really. I used to like it a lot more. Now it's just bloated with agents and additional abilities that I feel like is just way too much to keep track of. It fell into like Rainbow Six Siege syndrome. That's why that game is one I don't like very much anymore either.
No, I'm gonna go with you this time.
But we're talking about Counter-Strike right this second. I appreciate the Q&A. I do. But listen, this is still very much so a possible matchup for Langor and Coco to bring back. They have AKs. They had money enough to continue to buy back. They're financially equal with that of their opponents thanks to the loss bonus that they've accumulated. So once that smoke fades, it's all going to be a matter of finding that first fight, and I think Goodbye's AWP is going to be posted, guys. I think Goodbye is going to be on this line. He's going to peek it wide, and if he isn't on that left, he may have some room to move. They try to get out with a smoke to the center. Player boosted? No. Someone close door? Also no. Topside the box, though. GB is now dead. I think that was the player on the AWP. So now it's only a matter of finding Trick on the rifle to wherever he may be stationed. A second smoke to hit the plant. Just make sure that you don't get flanked. As nope, now it's made known. They're 100% in knowledge of where Trick's going to be coming from, and they just got to play together. There's no losing this if they don't troll.
Actually, no. I'll pick on your window.
Oh, no. He's just got to make sure he gets to the window in time to be able to trade him in there. Okay, split second to where I got a little bit worried, but not the biggest of deals. A second smoke has been thrown. He'll try to get atop that bomb after a spam, but it should be easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Last little tap and another double kill. Coco, baby. A kill for every C and a kill for every O.
No, he just tried to jump spots. I don't know what he was trying to do.
All right. The dream lives on for some.
Sure, let me just throw a molly drop and not come.
Yeah.
They can hear us if they run out, by the way.
See if they're going to be able to hit their approximation for this map.
Drop maybe.
Listen, maybe you guys know something that I don't, considering, again, that a majority of people went for the 9.5, 9.6 trick. I guess because of the fact that they're
Can I keep walking left?
Yeah, let's go.
on a recent upswing of any kind, but not sure. This is something a little bit different. I said that they were due for their win, and it all starts here now as they combine for the damage required to kill Trick. But look at Langor's HP on the top right of your screen. He's deep into the red. He has very little to work with. He's got Coco to rely on, though.
I'll plant.
Yeah. I dropped it through window.
He's already in middle. Coco gonna drop as many nades as he can now to keep himself in a better duel. he's dropping every one of these flashes and kind of just whiffing them, man. He needs to be able to get at least one of them off properly. Tap, and rightfully so. Trick says that his teammate could have already been wrapped on. They could have already dropped down, and they've wrapped all the way through. How is it even possible he's gotten there without any sound cues? They did it. They did it. All right, let's fix the issue with the ad trash. Let's do that before our next game. But let's get Trick and Goodbye in here also to get a little bit of a talk going at the very least before we do move on. Hello, guys.
What a game from Goodbye there, huh?
What a game from Goodbye. We got the op, dude. We got the op. You know,
You
we're
did
listening
get
though.
the
Hold
op.
on. You were clutching. You had like 2 1v1s and a 1v2 as well. It might not have been like the most amount of kills out of your duo, but it was still very much so important, Trick. Don't sell yourself short.
Hey, I didn't have a flashy deagle play like he did now. That was a
shit
huge
was
round.
insane.
That was a huge round.
I don't know what POV you saw for that.
I watched their POV for the
Oh,
first
okay.
guy, I think, but he like was dead for just like a short enough amount of time to where he, you know, on his death screen watched his teammate go down too. So it was like a boom, boom, 1, 2, bing, bang. I mean, that was absurd. That was something that you won't get to see very often. So congratulations to you, and congratulations for hitting a little bit of a clip. That's got to go on Twitter, surely. That's got to go on Twitter. But no, listen, I mean, we don't have a whole lot of time before we do jump into our next match, so I do want to get enough time for our other interviews, but I want to actually just kind of straight into that conversation of Team Twigs versus Team Laboom, number 13 versus number 4, get your thoughts on how that one might go down.
I mean, we just
They
played
played 5
Team
times
Twigs.
already, holy.
Yeah, we played Team Twigs recently, and I believe we beat them, so I don't know what that says about them. But I think Team Laboom has it in the bag.
Yeah.
I mean, I think their record speaks for themselves. Like, they're a top team in this league, and I think they're going to continue that.
I
Okay.
agree with that.
Fair enough. I mean, listen, the only thing that they have going for them right now in comparison is the fact that they just have the head-to-head. I mean, Team Twigs, rather.
Really?
Team Twigs just have the head-to-head. Like, looking at these games right now, they're 3-2 up. The map they're going to be playing on is Whistle, and I want to just check really fast if they've played on Whistle yet. It's going to be like 95 Palais, I can figure, is already the first 2.
Yeah, I would not have expected that head-to-head to be like that, but
Yeah, no, this is the first time on this map too. So I mean, listen, they're creating like a true best of 7 at this point between those guys, and they're they're friends
that's
too.
a rivalry brewing there.
Yeah, and they're buddies. So it's certainly one of the more fun, I think, matchups that we have for this season. So give me a little bit of a scoreline prediction that you may have for this one.
It's Whistle. It's hard to tell. That map's
true.
very grimy. I think it's going to get close. You can do a lot with pistols on that map. So I think we're going to go for a 9-6, and I think Laboom's going to take it tied up 3-3.
Yeah, I'd say Laboom takes it too, and I'm feeling a 9-5, 9-6. You know.
Okay, well, I'm with you on the front that Whistle can get a little bit, wacky sometimes, but I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this one just yet as far as the predictions will go, so I will give it a little bit of time before I give my full 2 cents, my full opinions into the pre-show, but thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Tony.
Absolutely. Tail of the tape, baby. What do you got for us? The 3-2 head-to-head we just mentioned a moment back. I mean, listen, that was one that we've seen happen a multitude of times, and there's not really any much more to say other than the fact that Twigs have only that much because the KD favors Laboom and no one. The First Blood favors them as well. The score that they have for the season has gone in their direction, but obviously 36 games played to 21. It's a little bit of a difference, I think, that we're getting into a pattern of tonight as well. If we're going to continue to find pattern after pattern, mitten hit, this is another one of those where it's just the team with more games played typically is going to have more games won. The outlier of that is Trick and Goodbye, who come into their last match with 10 games more played with the same number of wins and still managed to pull the wool over the eyes of Langor and Coco. So they break my decent streak for correct winning teams, to be honest, for the last week. They finally got me, as it was previously Laboom and no one who got beaten by Tiski that absolutely crushed my credibility on the streets. But there's always time to recover and recuperate, no? think I'm going to need to agree with them as far as their predictions for the winner are concerned, though. In looking at this and this alone, I think Laboom and No One are probably going to end up taking this one. Probably 9-5, 9-6. I think I think it's going to end in one of those two. Maybe a 9-7, 5-6-7. Yeah, I guess 9-5, 9-6, 9-7 is the spread that I would give Laboom and No One on this one. Whistle's going to be a lot of fun, obviously. They mentioned pistols can get a little curious, a little mixy, and I'm down for that. I'm definitely a fan of when those kinds of plays happen and also give a little bit of upset potential to these maps and rounds, which we do, I think, get a lot more than you would think. I mean, for those of you who watch like nightly, I think that these pistol rounds, especially with the Desert Eagles, come in pretty handy with a lot of these individuals showing up at a full strength. That's not to say that, you know, the rifle rounds shouldn't be won. They absolutely should, but it's always fun to see a cool little clip. Last game we saw the Desert Eagle clip from Goodbye, and that was very interesting. Let's get yapping. All right, Twins, talk yo trash, because we're going into this game with a score line that, or rather a head-to-head that favors you, okay? 3-2, but everybody seems to be against you. The world seems to be staking up away from your favor. What do you got to talk to me about how you're feeling about coming onto Whistle tonight?
Man, the world might be right. I'm tired of shit.
Oh my god, Twigs, dude, come on, man, give me a bone.
I'm gonna be honest, I was gonna be silent until like Cole talked. We could have been silent this entire time.
Yeah, listen, I would have sat it out for the solid 2 minutes and nodded my head up and down, man. But listen, come on, tired? We can't be tired, man. We're about to leave the station. The train's about to start chugging along. You can sleep after we've met a victory here when you can leave. But what do you got for me, One Shot, as far as your odds are in this game? What do you think the score line will be? Because if we're gonna take a look at stream really quickly, if you guys want to as well, you can. The games that you've played up against them always go the distance, it feels like. 2 9-7s, a 9-5, a 9-6, and a 9-4. This one is a new map, though.
I'm thinking 9-6. It can go either way.
That's pretty reasonable. Previously, it was Twigs giving me the idea that it could be a landslide, and it could be a close one. But this time, I think a little bit more definitively, I'm expecting it to be a closer game, given the fact that you've played each other so many times before. Twigs, do you concur with that idea? Are you in with a 9-6?
Yeah, for either team.
For either team.
One way or the other.
Sure.
That's how we start on P-side.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, that's also as big a factor as anything else, is that I don't actually know what side you guys start on until we get into the game, so that's good information for us. So we'll see how you guys offer us your gameplay in just a bit as we do hop into the second portion of our interviews. I wish you the best of luck.
Appreciate you.
Well.
Fuck, some random guy just joined our lobby.
What, like in game?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna say some random fuck just dragged us into Discord. No, I'm not random. I'm very much so regular here. But listen, we got you guys as regulars here too, not only in this season, but as well as in this damn game of you guys versus Team Twigs. They actually have a leg up over you. They've got the dangling of 3 wins to 2 that they've got over you, and a new map here tonight.
Yeah.
How are we feeling the tides have turned going on to Whistle in particular?
Oh man, I'm so ready to play. We're gonna have good comms.
They didn't sound so ready.
We're gonna kill them all.
Yeah.
What's up?
They didn't sound so ready. They sounded actually kind of like. Twigs said literally the words were from out of his mouth. I'm pretty tired.
Oh well, I'm not tired.
We're not tired.
So yeah.
Well,
I'm ready. I'm ready to play. I want to play some Whistle. I love Whistle.
Tried watching your POV a couple times here, Laboom, and I just want to make sure, because I don't know if anybody's brought it to your attention, that you have no one muted. Like pretty much every time
I just stop audio off.
Oh.
I turned it on back on. Yeah.
Yeah, I do want to see. I do want to see and hear also. Those are two very important things to me. I like the God's gift given of sight and listening, but listening to now what you think this one will turn up on as far as the scoreline is concerned before we hop into it.
So much Whistle experience. Laboom, take it away.
Oh man, I was looking at the map a little bit, so I was getting used to it. I think I have a strategy. We're gonna see if it works or not. It may work, it may not work. I haven't played a whole lot of this map, but I hope it works. That'd be cool.
How much are you gonna put on it? What's the score?
Yes, give me a score.
Score? Oh man, I think we're gonna stomp them. I think it's gonna be like 9-4. I'm ready to win.
9-4. I can do that.
Hell yeah, I'm down.
That.
I'm down. I'm super down. Well, I'm excited to get underway. I love Whistle, to be honest with you, and I also love watching you guys play in particular, so keep that same energy as we're going to see you in the second half, starting with Twigs on the first of which. Good luck on Whistle.
Sounds good, Tony. Thank you. I'm gonna
Adios.
see you after.
Oh, okay, okay.
Adios, my friend.
My friend. You're not my friend. You are my brother, my friend. Those of you who know ball know what that's from. Those of you who don't know ball, get out of my chat. Anything cool you guys have said? Have you guys said anything cool? No, nothing cool from you guys. What was I thinking? I'm an absolute buffoon for thinking you guys would deliver anything cool. I'm joking. I'm joking. You know I love you. I gotta move my stupid mug so I don't get in the way of the game when we launch in. This is important to me. And the staking closes in about 10 seconds, so I'm only assuming you guys are squeezing them in at the very last second now, so don't go complaining when you don't fill. Get it going. Oh, wait, ball knowledge? You are my friend. Whoa, Naruto intro? Well, that's pretty good though, actually. That was a good guess, but no. There's a professional Polish Counter-Strike player who wasn't really great at speaking English. And one of his catchphrases was, you're not my friend, you're my brother, my friend. Because he calls everybody my friend. And somebody was like, am I your friend? You're not my friend, you're my brother, my friend. Maybe I'll show you the clip at some point, maybe after this game, just to give you some ball knowledge. But I like the Naruto guess too. You are my friend. Na, 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 na. Any anime watchers, enjoyers? What's the overlap between anime watching and esports staking? Is there any? I feel like there's got to be a little bit of an overlay there if we were to do like a Venn diagram of overlapping of like different interests and categories, right? I know a ton of people who play like 2K and Madden that watch anime on the low key, especially Naruto. A lot of people grew up with that shit, reading the manga. Some friends of mine too. But let's get moving into our matchup. I fixed the whole add and process thing. Anime playing on my TV right now. It's so real. High flash in the air for one shot to utilize whilst his teammate posts up on the back end. He's just chilling, waiting for something to have an impact on the compost. As you can see, he's posted up on it. He's common, and he's posting. He's doing exactly what that wall told him to. Good soldier. And from this point forth, the first blood stakes on what happens on this cross to the site after that smoke has been thrown. Twigs and One Shot are both yet to make their way through, but you hear that One Shot is shooting off. He's either going to find that frag or he's going to be the one put in the dirt, or maybe it'll be Twigs to get ahead of him. Unsure, tap down, it's bomb stuck. There's one all the way deep in their spawn, and the burst goes in neither of these way to kill. This is so very tense. You never know which one of these guys is to strike. The headshot could come at any time. One shot under fire, and he finds the first kill, and they may have found the round because of it as well. Street Tacos grew up on Sailor Moon. Very interesting. I never watched any Sailor Moon. He calls them losers, dude? That's not freaking nice at freaking all. They're supposed to be friends. Yeah, let's see the super stakes right now for the win right now. If we go 9-5 has an 18 multiplier for Twigs. 9-7 is almost 12. Golden Gun is 19 almost, or actually closer to 18. Oh my lord. If they hit a 9-3, that's a 37 times multiplier for Twigs and One Shot. That is absurd for those of you who might get on to that. Already won my money, King113, congrats. Lunch on you? You got me? Mac 10 wrapping around the back lines and trying to get close quick is going to be a free and easy pick, or at least you would have thought. A little bit labored, but all good. Where the hell is the last of them? He got that without any problem whatsoever. He's actually going to regroup with One Shot. I love that. That's how you lose rounds. if you don't. Take the fight together. Don't let him get... don't let him get 1v1s, please! Don't let him get 1v1s. Twigs then separates from One Shot, leaves him to his own devices, leaves him to tap onto the bomb, and gets spammed by no one. And again, that's how you lose. That might have been the most chalk decision that he could have made, as this one may turn over into their favor because of it, and no one is wrapped on the back. He doubles down and clutches up. They on the board. I'll take care of you on lunch, Tony. Sarcastic Dan, I knew you'd get me, bro. After the $4 million you may have made in the last week and a half to 2, man, you can get me on lunch for the rest of my life, probably. Oh, it looks like we're a little bit delayed and there may be an issue with the match. An update I can only assume in moments to come from the admins as to what's going down, but we'll wait to see what happens on our screen before throwing it to a pause. Looks like they have to take a timeout in order to get Laboom's internet, I imagine, is usually what we have going wrong, but we'll wait to see what they say. A stream issue. Okay, it's only a stream issue. That's not bad. We're only 3 rounds in, so if they need to go for the reset, it shouldn't be that big a problem. Shouldn't be that big a deal. Here we go. Come on. Wait, come on, listen. This is 3 games in, and we're only getting our first technical issue now. I actually take that as a pretty big dub. I'm actually going to take that as a victory personally, team. Do I play slope? Is it slope time? What do we do in our in-between? I knew there was going to be an audio issue with the stream. I even brought it up beforehand, remember? Psh, noobs, bro. Absolute noobs. Bro's trying to refund his $1 bet. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That is disrespectful to the utmost degree. Should be only minutes here now. Mere moments, team, before we get the situation rectified. But I personally feel like that game was going off to a pretty good start for Twigs and One Shot, and hope that they don't flounder. I mean, listen, you can find yourself on some pretty good starts, but the starts don't matter all that much if you aren't able to keep that momentum going. And we might have seen our momentum potentially reset because of this, but I don't know. These guys don't strike me as the kinds of players that would lose that out. And here's the admins giving us the lowdown. Peep it. Read it, lock it in, understand it, accept it, make peace with the fact that we're going to be restarting with only 2 or 3 rounds that they need to. Shouldn't be that hard whatsoever. No, One Shot I got first blood. One Shot I got first blood. Virginia and Texas, lame as F. I'm a fan of both. I like both. But I live in New Jersey, so anything's better than here for the most part. Am I right? Am I right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Dude, I thought the music stopped. When are we going to get flash stakes for CS2, Tony? Man, I'm not in charge of that, dude. I'm not in charge of that. I'm sure they're going to get working on it as they start to integrate it across all the games, though, so I wouldn't imagine it would take all that long. King, I answered your question, brother. First blood was One Shotta. Team Twigs got first blood. Did Laboom get first blood? Bro, lock in, dude. I swear to God, if you don't lock in right now, King. Shout out to New Jersey. Shout out New Jersey, baby. Shout out NJ. There looks like one round away from being fully reset before we can jump back to the game, though. Bro, what the hell are you saying right now, Bunions? Chill on him. Chill on him. Listen, Johnny, everybody starts somewhere. Everybody starts somewhere. How do I place my bet? I can't place. This game has started already. We're resetting it right now and going back into it in a moment. And then if you want to stake on the next matchup, you can definitely do that, just looking towards the future. Here's a quick look at the tail of the tape for game 4. That's Slump and Shane versus Hambuga and Sky. But that is not for a while here. We're going to jump back into the matchup that we were just watching between these two teams, Twigs and Laboom, and watch out. No reason to delay or dilly-dally any longer than we have to. Peep that, noobs.
Yeah, as long as we get 2-1. Alright, everyone ready?
Thank you, refs.
What are we looking at?
I don't remember having full util this round. I felt like I only had like a.
I only had a molly.
Yeah, let's just drop the nades behind us. That's fine.
Yeah,
I
you can
remember
throw
that.
something
I
out.
had eight.
You guys are coming off a loss.
They're being very honest with the admins right now with what they actually had. Very nice. That's so funny.
Yeah, that's fine. Just to get the money close.
Can we watch the reset? I mean, that's kind of boring, I feel like, but it's also boring to just sit here with me and some music, so I guess it's the lesser of two evils, Ravens, good boy. Maybe next time we'll have something a little bit more. Maybe we'll start to prepare things for technical timeouts to be able to do while we wait. How about that?
Oh, really?
How about that? If you have any suggestions, I'm all ears. You guys are having some pretty good ideas every now and again, but we're ready to rip it. 2-1 up are Twigs and one Shada.
Close right. He's close right.
I don't see anything really happening on the mid lane or on the right, neither does Twigs. He's going to be just sitting on his hands and waiting to see if they'll give him a duel, to which they do. Laboom is going to offer his life up for free.
That might have been the close right guy.
Is the bet still active even though it's going to reset? Yes, because it's the same score, same weaponry, same everything. Same everything. No way that no one just does the same exact thing that his teammate did a little bit deeper and finds himself dead as well, right? Oh my god, he might. He literally did do the same exact thing, and he's gonna get clapped by Twigs, who's patient as ever, and that's gotta piss them off, probably. I can only imagine in their comms, they're like, what? He's still here, dude? And he is. He's very much so playing the game to win it, so I don't blame him for hoping that they get overzealous and impatient. That is the Twigs double kill, baby. Locking it in. Can anyone stream and get betted on or no? No, there's a season going on right now between 16 teams, and we are in week 7 of 9. So right now, these are the only 16 teams that are going to be playing, and that's that. Okay, that flash off the wall should stall out the last of these two players, but he gets in even deeper than that, and Twigs and Noah and one shot. They're honestly giving him belt right now, guys. They're honestly giving him belt. Thule says the exact same thing, actually. That's really funny, bro. This right side is Twigs' domain. He's holding this one down.
I'm rapping really fast.
Trying to get themselves even one kill more. They just end up getting walked on by one shot. And Twigs again and again and again. The 5-round play.
I'm down.
That timeout did not stop the momentum that one shot and Twigs were building, bro. Oh my lord, every single stake for them to win this game is above 10 for their multiplier. You can only imagine some of the people's joy that's going to be created from potentially finding a win right now from them in any number score. Oh my damn neck, bro. And now Twigs, having found one of these first kills in a 1 versus 2, is making it happen. They're already kicking up a fuss, bro. I can't fathom what Laboom and No One might act like when we enter the second half and see their POV. Wait, he's there. He's there. No, he's not. I could have swore. Scared the shit out of me. I guess it was the sign. Bro, my heart rate. Okay. More angles to paw through. He's got the bomb, no utility, no smoke, no flash, no molly. So it's going to have to be, honestly, maybe him baiting him out with the tap on the bomb. Otherwise, he might get sent to his death. He's gone around everywhere he possibly could have. He's got to get a move on. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Twigs, you got to get on the site. Eventually, he's going to get there. He's going to hit that tap. Now he's got a full stick, and he's going to get shot almost immediately. That's going to be an easier one for Laboom. Not at the turn of the half, but a second round nonetheless. Oh, 1 shot off. What do we think about that?
I'm just gonna play greenhouse and watch this swing for like 30 seconds.
The AWP was working for goodbye last game. Who's to say that 1 shot I can't put it to some good use too? I mean, they're already looking pretty good on the rifles. I can't imagine it's going to be that crazy. Smoke, molly, nade. They've all thrown a piece of utility in that direction, and nobody's actually going to be working off of it. Twigs now has 1 shot at a clear out this side of the map with him. It's not going to be a solo job. No one done for in Laboom yet to be made 100%. He's probably back towards the CT spawn, I figure, but cool it. Because he could have walked up. I do concur. It gets a little bit slow. I mean, listen, it's a tough spray to hit, but he didn't even, I was going to say, he didn't even really show up on his screen all that much, bro. He was blended in blue. But we go to that second half, and they've got their chance to come alive. Laboom, the one that we said we were going to witness, try to make greatness as we switch halves. Team Laboom on their walk back, trying to play together and looking pretty close to getting a first kill in this pistol round with all the timing that they've caught. They're going to go for a plant instead. Laboom opting to get some finances as well as a post-plant scenario. He wins that much. He's championed $600 extra in the next round, no matter the outcome. And now here comes Laboom on the long con. He's going to go all the way around. I think he might have just gotten this one on a perfect timing. If he just swings left like right now, they shouldn't be paying attention to him. This should be one to where Laboom can be the difference maker. 1 shot has gotten his kill though, and I think they've waited just a second too long before doing anything about this. It's going to need to be the one flash up high to blind them both. In goes Laboom. The first of them isn't blind, and they're already on the bomb. They don't have a kit though. They didn't have a kit. It's going to be a 10-second defuse they can't hit. Laboom wins the 1 versus 2 clutch just based on the fact that he delays them. Twigs always crazy on this map. Huey, listen, you may be a smarter man than I. Tonight ain't my night. Tony's off his game, to be frank, and I'm willing to admit it, okay? Maybe Laboom and No One aren't, going to lie down and say die. We only have 1 round in between them. It's a bit of a slow roll to which now No One's starting to make a fool of them as he sits on himself for a double kill. Okay. IGL Laboom. I think quite literally asking that they play separately. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Molly goes deep and a flash goes high and wide, and he's going to be tucked, not walked in on. The CTs have not gone any closer to him. Instead, they've swarmed no one on the other end. It's one way or the other. Can't have it both. Here goes nothing. Man, these 1v2s put me to bed sometimes, man. But at a tie game, I mean, they got to lock in. They got to be able to convert this. A loss to Laboom right now would shatter their chances in their future. And listen, Laboom, he could pick up the AK-47, but if he does that, he offers up information as far as a sound cue is concerned when the gun hits the floor. And he doesn't want to do that. Finds the bomb, picks it back, and actually gets hit with a spam through the wood? What in God's name, bro? That's crazy. No, that's cool. No, oh my God, he gets hit by the same angle that Laboom was playing on. Tony owes me $16,365 in child support. Bro, I don't know about all that. Chat, I do not know this individual, nor have I ever agreed to enter any sort of a contractual obligation to pay them any money. Nor will I ever. Come back in the season, says Perkio, giving a little bit of credence over to no one in Laboom. They might lose that round, but they still, again, have money, have guns, and have a way back into this match before they're playing up against Matt Point. First of these kills found. Usually when they find that first, they never fail to finish. They don't have a smoke. They don't have a molly. They don't have anything. They're just going to be playing with their instincts and their aim. Known to be in CT spawn. He's either going to be, oh my lord, at the entrance or exit in that same point in time. They could just be swinging wide. I pay child support. This go pay off for me? Hell no. Hell no. 6-all. Are we entering Golden Gun territory, team? This is a boost, a great gimmick. It works so often. Particularly, I think Fat Guy and Tiski use this one a lot. A 9-8 for either team would be a substantial payout for most. Considerably more for Twigs and One-Shotta, but nevertheless, that's what they're going to be pining for now as they've hit their lead. They want to win it. CS as long as... Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is a pretty long game, and this isn't even how long normally CS2 games will go on for. This is, like, really fast. CS2 games are usually, like, 45 minutes or so. 40 to 45 minutes. 5 versus 5, first to 13. Not 9. And I freaking love it. Okay, One-Shotta actually just walked up on his sideline to where he didn't know that he was exposed. He gets absolutely crapped on, to be honest with you, and maybe no one will meet that Desert Eagle soon enough. Topples him. Where is Twigs? Where is the last of these pistols? Has he gotten the AK-47 off his teammate's body? Can't exactly tell. It's going to be no one who's on the wrap through his own spawn to see if he's gotten timinged. He hasn't. And shit on by both players separately on the Deagles to keep it tied. That was the round that really could have brought them into the forefront of this matchup, but now we're not looking too great for most, but for anybody at that 9-8, they're going to be very excited to see this one go the full distance if it can. I only play Madden. Well, you might only play Madden, but it seems like you're staking on CS with a pretty decent shot at making something of it. A jump spot to see over top that wood wall. Not going to spot anything. The molly in the smoke, and he knows that he's close. He's in the middle of the train yard. He's got to peek him. He's got to get in. He will. The wood wall is spammable, but the molly is going to burn him. It's going to flush him into no one who's going to find the kill. Where is One-Shotta? Where is this one? Because they want their 8th round, and he finds him. He just spams him through. One more to go. The heart beats, the blood pumps, and the game pounds as they get right atop the door of being able to finish this one. It would only take a pair of kills, but I don't know if they've got the money to deliver it right now. This one might be a 9-7, unless we see some of the same magic It's actually an A1S. He's fooled them. He plays on the right side, and they don't know where one shot is. He could just get killed outright because of that fact. They're trying to bait them. He's tossed over a rifle to his teammate. They're both playing with all they need to in order to make this one their own win. Molly atop the first of the CTs is the other one holding. Don't know where. Don't know when. But they are going to be able to find one shot. In pulling away this clutch, they may have tattered the dreams of so many players and not losing any HP. I'm pretty sure Laboom did tag the last CT. I'm pretty sure he lit him pretty significantly. 30 seconds on this clock. 30 seconds for him to make his way around to the bomb site and get the plant off, because it's the CT who can sit and wait. It's the CT who can hold him over for a little while longer. Maybe catch a timing on the back lines. He's deep, and he... Oh, no, he lagged out! Oh, no! Dude. You lagged out on the last round. We go to the golden gun, and listen, I'm all for it, but that is such a shame. We're going to the golden gun, but frankly, I think that they're going to be very disappointed at the outcome of why they go to the golden gun. 8-8, and we continue onwards. It does count. It absolutely does count. Damage was taken. The round was live. All of the kills already went. There's no restart. That stands. That's like the most unfortunate way for it to happen, but that's that. The golden gun is upon us, and we have the USP already met by a smoke in front of him. He has an HE grenade he could blow it open with if he wants to see what's happening. He hears somebody step inside that smoke. It's no one who's got a call on to where the other player's at. And if he just waits for this to fade, he might have a kill on a silver platter. No, nobody here. Oh my God, they're getting anxiety rising again. Second round in a row. That they're going to go for this. I can't believe that they're going to try and make this one a heart rate raiser, but no one may have rectified the fact that they lagged out before. This golden gun would only have had one more frag, and the Glock's been heard. He dinks no one, and Laboom has no armor at all. He's got an HE grenade to utilize too, but I don't think he's going to use it. I think it's just going to be a matter of gunfights. He gets to the bomb site, running him into spawn, trying to track him down with 20 seconds remaining. He's going to need to either flush a position or just stick the bomb outright. And that's game. That is game. That's very tight, very close. Just for your sake of mine, by the way, chat, JJ in particular, I think I saw you. Yeah, that's how professional Counter-Strike is handled. In professional Counter-Strike, if you have a technical issue after damage has already been taken in any capacity by any player, the round is considered live. You have to play it out. That's how that works in professional. That's how it works here. At all levels of Counter-Strike, at all levels of esports, actually, that's universally standard. But we got another game immediately rolling after that one. So no time to waste. We got ourselves a match in literally 3 minutes, so I'm gonna very quickly put it to the tail of the tape. Peep what's going on with this matchup before we do get ourselves any deeper entrenched. Number 1 ranked team, Shane and Slump, versus the number 3 ranked team, Hambuga and Sky. That is insane that both teams have only accumulated and amassed, or excuse me, that's supposed to be 18 and 15, not 18 and 5. So that's incorrect. I do apologize. Here, don't worry, I got you. Don't worry. Don't worry, hold on. Can I get a background on it too? That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, there we go. 18 and 15. That's correct. So if we're talking numbers, I mean, look, I think 20 and 5 is considerably more impressive for the most part. I think that's definitely something where, in comparison to that other opponents who have grinded out round after round and win after win, something that we can rely on. The numbers don't lie. One head-to-head win as well. To refresh your memory on that one. That was a rooftop 9-2. Tonight we're playing Whistle. It's different. Not fair to Laboom, needed to be restarted. JJ, I promise you, that's how universally those situations are handled, unfortunately. I do apologize, but in any league ever, in any esport, if damage is taken and a technical issue arises, the round is considered live at the highest level of the video game even. So I do apologize, but that is just how it goes. If you can find any version of this game where that isn't true, then I would be surprised, but that is simply the lay of the land. That's how we roll. Because then also take into consideration that the other team, their strategy is already known, their buy is already known. So it kind of just ruins it for everybody. JJ, no. JJ, please. JJ, I love you, JJ. Please don't go. I'm sorry, man. I do apologize. If you're being genuine, I do apologize. But that's just how things roll. I do appreciate everybody else's patience with that, though, because I understand that it gets to be a little bit murky. I do understand. Dangerous territory. Wait, I don't have any sound. Hold on. Fixed it. Don't worry about it.
Both on me.
Very quick con that they're going in the same direction. They're going to head over to Slump. Shane's got to do it on his own now. He's got to click heads, and he's already at least tagged the first of the two of them. And what the hell is going on there from Sky? The double kill, and what a clutch. His patience pays off. Oh, Kirk's third leg is leaving? Come on, bro. Come on. Not Kirk's third leg. Nah, I know you're joking. I know you're joking. You could never leave Kirk's third leg. You're bound by law to stay here, I think. A lot of communication going on from Shane and Slump tonight that honestly we haven't really seen. I feel like not to this level at least. I feel like they've come into this one with a level of intensity as they want to win this one and they want to batter the third ranked team. They want to extend their first place lead. Dude, they're just melting them, keeping us right on track for the last game of that night.
I was taking like the craziest nap in the world.
I can't leave. This is my home. It looks like I'm in the game. I am in the game, bro.
There should be full blood here.
I did the bit last night too, but I'll do it again.
Up on me, bruh. Spam me.
They actually are going to be able to double down on their own regard. Very curious as to how that's possible, how that's allowed. Hold on, wait. Let me see if I can do the bit again. Hold on, wait. Grenade?
Left side, man. One's running right side. He's walking up now.
My green screen's too close to my fat ass. Somebody asked before in Twitch chat, how does OT work? OT works Golden Gun. It's what it's called. 8 to 8. You have to buy the.
I'm gonna go back in my
pistol round equivalent of whatever money you start with. So $800 is standard. You can buy either another pistol, armor, or utility, and everybody gets that amount of money, and it's whoever wins that round wins it outright. What do you mean, what am I doing, bro? I'm in the game. I need a green screen I can put a little bit farther back behind me, though, because I don't have enough room to actually cook with it. Deagle out for the first of these two players, but it's not going to be enough as they get themselves back. They've got rifles to work with, and they've gotten themselves the lead on T. Hold on now, Shane and Slump being met with some adversity they may not have been expecting. I remember Sky and Hambuga were actually pretty good at this map, if I'm not mistaken. Can you tell Slump to stop getting belt? That'd be interfering, bro. Favoritism. Oh, whoa, Slump just destroyed Sky on the boosted angle as Shane looks to get deep. Hambuga could go from either direction, but instead actually opts to swing in to where Shane is ready. But he, yeah, I was gonna say, but he gets dinged through the box. The box.
Give me a gun
Right now. What a good teammate, bruh. 4 kills for both players. At least you can say that they're playing evenly. Shane gets that double kill on pistol. His teammate starts to make up for it, and they're both going to go full sprinting. Last night, Hambuga said to Sky multiple times, we just got to go and fight, dude. They just said we got to go fight. And that's not going to be working out for him just yet, as again, the 1-for-1, and neither player is going to be able to find their frag, and they're back. This is going very quickly for a game that's this close. For a game that's 4-3, we've only spent like 4 minutes live. I didn't even get the chance to talk about your guys' stakes. I didn't get to see what you guys had put down. Because we were so close to winning. Or to starting, pardon me. If Hambuga literally wins at any point other than 9-6, we're making millions, boys. Why make trillions when you can make billions? Any Austin Powers fans? I know you got some old heads in here who've seen that movie, bro. It's probably one of your favorites even. Shut up. Everybody staking the 9-3, 4-5, 6 for Slump primarily. A 9-7, 9-8 for Slump would also have a pretty hefty payout, 15 and 18.97. So let's talk about that as we get deeper into the match. Let's give it a little bit of credence, though, as we're still them who need to hit a comeback, though.
I'm clearing left side, hold on.
Not sure where they've gotten off to or Shane and Slump, so they're just going to be communicating that to one another that they haven't heard or seen anything. Slump gets loud, and Shane continues to hold his left side just in case they could have hit the wrap. Holy shit! I'm clipping that, bro. Me and Shane just got jump scared at the same time, bro.
That jump scared the fuck out of me. I was staring at the map and I was the loudest sound in the world.
Dude.
No way we lost that fucking round, man. I didn't even know they could beat
Oh my god. Kid Vision is quite literally hitting you with the same gift. Oh, that's great, bro. That's great. I can't believe my heart rate is made to rise to those levels, man. That's what happens when these guys play in the dark, too. I'm sure he was actually feeling like he was playing Five Nights at Freddy's. 5-5, tie game, tie up. Money to be made from everybody who staked deep into this match. Hold on now, guys. Who's with me as far as that deep map is needed for you to hit your green? Who do we got? It's going to be a FAMAS that swings wide, and one player that he heard close in the center of the site, but they're going to find the both of them, whipping them down into shape. We are 11 rounds into this game, and we've been here for 6 minutes. This is the fastest ever I think we've seen a game go by that's potentially going to go the distance to the golden gun. Never have I ever seen a game of this nature. The nature of the beast is swing, swing, swing. And typically Shane and Slump, they're on top of that, actually. Typically, they're actually inviting, welcoming those sort of game styles. They don't really like to play a slow-paced match. So the fact that they're not getting one right now, but they're still getting quite tested, soon to be 7-5. Questionable.
Is this like real life, man? Jesus.
Dude, I didn't even remember to switch at the half. I didn't even remember to switch POVs. I think it's too late. That's how fast this game is going. I'll switch after this round, but it's gonna be, I think, too late. Wow, dude, what a ripper, man. Every round, every single round ends quicker than I can even react. They get AK-47s, they get together, and they push it, swinging hard and wide. Thankfully, he's got a teammate by his side.
He's definitely close to him.
We can go right side and then go.
I think you just gotta be ready to play together from that point with Shane being on as low HP as he was. One bullet will be the difference between him, life and death, and Hambuga and Sky might have just gotten themselves onto the winning scoreline. They just might have done it. Shane's gonna need to catch his opponent with their back turned. Or side exposed. They can get that plant off. I think they'll be fine to do so. I might get jump scared. Don't swing train yard, please. Please. Dandy, they did it.
Holy shit, dude.
I don't remember whose POV we were intended to watch, but that's just my brain is fried trying to lock in Hambuga POV. All right, correct.
One more round.
I guessed.
Oh, you did hella damage to what, Shane? Yeah, you fucked up Shane.
Jeez. Maybe the POV switch changes things up a little bit here, Chad. Maybe if you're superstitious. But me, I think Hambuga and Sky might just have done it. This could be everything for someone. Or many people, as Hambuga just needs to kill the last, and then they've secured themselves a victory from the third seed to the first. They sprayed them down through, and they win it after all. What a big win. Oh my lord. There is a post game. You guessed correctly.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, you might have misread what I'd said earlier about there not being a post game for last match, but this one I got you for. You freaking speed ran this. It was like a 9-minute live, okay? And we went into 9-7. That's insane. That's a score that can't even be, or 9-7, 9-5, or was it 9-5?
Something like that. Something I definitely don't have.
My brain was just moving so fast. It felt like I never had a chance to catch up. There was a delay put on my head, and I couldn't really fully grasp what was going on in front of me. Can you walk me through how that game went? Because I can't even put it together myself.
I don't know. It was kind of just like we took fights instantly.
Was that the game plan going into this game?
I don't know. We kind of just like matched their pace, I guess. That's kind of.
Yeah. That's true.
That's also like how 2v2 should be being played a lot of the time.
Yeah, we're just fighting. Also, from our past experience too, we had some learning. You know, a little bit of learning from the fat guy and Tiski Chronicles and Whistle.
True, they were kind of insane.
Yeah.
We took some learning from them.
Listen,
even though they got like a 20% win rate, they have the tech. They definitely have the tech. They just need to learn how to win it.
It's very interesting. I think that the game that you had just played was as quick as it was, and you had not only won it, but you won it like pretty convincingly in a lot of these opportunities that you had to take over. I feel like you really did. But they themselves have said in previous interviews that they enjoy playing a more quick-paced game. They actually prefer when they invite teams to take these duels against them, and when they're given that on Whistle, it just seems like they haven't really maybe acclimated to the same point in which they have on other maps. Maybe that could be something to look back on for them, but either way, I think that you come into this one looking really solid. You find double kills as well as early round picks swinging straight down the center lane, and maybe teams need to look out for that game style on a map like Whistle in particular, because you guys have now shown that it's a way to play. I mean, although Tiski has not exactly been able to find, you know, a plethora of wins, it was still probably the most competitive on Whistle we've seen them in any of the matches they've played, win or lose. So give me a little bit of an insight as to what you think that next game where Tiski will be playing on is going to look like, though. I do want to get your insights on that one for a moment before we do switch things over. It's them versus Team FusiioN. They're going to be playing on Brewery.
Brewery?
Yes.
That's not a map. I think Tiski and Fat Guy might be too strong on. They're like a quicker paced team. Brewery is like the most I think it's like the most tactical map in the pool. I can't lie.
Okay.
They're slow pace. Lots of util involved, surprisingly.
Sure.
You know, it's Edge and Fusion. They might meet each other. Might meet each other down the middle there.
Yeah, they might. I mean, listen, it was a curious case all night long for some of these teams who are really close in rankings. I think the first game of the night was 10th and 11th ranking. The second game was 8th and 7th. We had a little bit of a hiatus from that, but it was you guys then with 1 and 3, and now them at 16 and 15. So give me a little bit of insight as to what you think the scoreline for this one is ultimately going to turn out to, because Fusion and Edge, I mean, they got to get kicking into the late parts of this season, and they could desperately use a victory.
I don't know, they just gotta lock in.
Yeah. What scoreline do you think that we're going to be looking at?
I mean, it's probably gonna be close. I think they're similar teams, but we've seen Fusion and Edge. They've edged out some wins, you know, like against,
Yeah. No pun intended.
They might be a little similar team to each other. Like another fat guy in Tiski staple map is Rooftop, where they play real fast, and that's where Fusion and Edge got one of their wins on.
That's true
I
too.
remember.
So you think stylistically similar these two teams as well?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be brawl. It's gonna be a good one. Lots of brawling.
So what are we thinking score? Are you thinking like 9? Thinking Golden Gun? Is it a Golden Gun to end out the night?
Might be a Golden Gun. These are the teams that do it.
Okay, all right. I'm with that. I think that we got kind of like tantalizingly close to the Golden Gun in like 2 or if not 3 matches that we've had tonight, but it's all starting to meld into one match at this point. But congratulations to you. That is probably your biggest win in recent history, I would say, at the very least. I don't know how many teams have been able to take wins that aren't forfeits over Shade and Slump in general. I think definitely at least 2 of them were forfeits. So big wins, I think, for you moving forwards, and I hope to see more of it as you move through the rest of the season. Maybe we're climbing to second, if not first, in due time if you keep it that rate. Good luck for your future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good luck to you too.
Bye-bye.
Well, guys, I mean, that's the second to last interview we've got going, because we've got one more game of Counter-Strike to be played. You can look at the tail of the tape on your screen, as it is or it was already there. Wait, what? No, what the hell? Get away from me. I don't want to be seen. I want to see the tail of the tape, God's sakes. We've got 5 and 20 for Fusion and Edge. It's not great, unfortunately, but the side of Tiski and Fat Guy aren't looking all that much better. It's just a slightly shinier turd with a couple more games played out, 8 and 22, so doesn't really give me much hope for a playoff push right now if we're not going to be grinding out like 2 or 3 games a night for the next couple and then being able to find a game or 2 here and there on week 8 or 9 as well. So I'm a little bit between 2 minds on this one. I'm gonna need some outside influence from the interviews that we have from Fusion, Edge, Tiski, and Fat Guy to make a prediction of my own. Because right now, I'm loosely leaning in the direction of Tiski and Fat Guy because they're a heavy vibes-based team. Even when they're losing, I feel like they've got a really good energy about them. Even when they're down, and I don't really know if I can count them out. A lot of the games that they lose, they also take extraordinarily close. I mean, despite them having only 8 wins to 22 losses, having a 1.0 KD is pretty impressive, as well as a 49% first blood ratio. That's something that can definitely be resorted back to as far as a stat line is concerned. No Cap LA in Twitch chat says, I used to play this game as a kid back in middle school. I didn't know it would take off like this. Yeah, man, Counter-Strike's been popping the last decade or so. A little bit over. Really been trudging along and making a paved pathway for the future of esports, I think. Glad to have it here on 1v1me, and glad to have so many people that come into the chat and tune into Stake, have a little bit of time in their day to give us that. So that's pretty sick. But what do you guys think? Let's see what you guys are staking on right now. Stake can leave the screen for a sec. Nobody staked first blood yet. Okay. We've got 9 5s, 9 6s. I think that's pretty reasonable. Why did they ban you from the chat? Who banned you from what chat? You alright, brother? You're not banned here. I didn't ban nobody. Looking at the flash stakes one more time. 9-7. I mean, I think this might be Golden Gun time for somebody. I feel like if there's somebody out there looking to do a spread, they could hit like 9, 6, 7, and 8, and then maybe get that Golden Gun and get surprised. That could be something huge. I mean, the multiplier is deep enough to the point where I'm almost approaching 20. I mean, I think that's entirely reasonable to try and put some cash in that front, especially at the ends of the night now. You don't need to drop like a band. You could just, sprinkle in a couple of dollars here and there. The $5 stakers could make it out big. The $10 stakers even bigger. And with enough time now to actually decide upon that, with 12 minutes before our next game, you can relax. For some reason, it stops you from commenting sometimes. You can't even bet. That's interesting. You should definitely report that to the live support on the top right of your screen there if that happens to you in order to get it fixed up. 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7. Shut up. I'll kill you. In-game. In the video game. I would never be a perp and murder. You guys, I'll take you all on a 1v1me in CS, and we'll put stakes on that. How does that sound? We'll do like a 1v5. All you nerds versus me. Look at me calling you guys nerds. Isn't that hilarious? I know you're not nerds. I know that you're the coolest kids in your classes. A little aggressive there. Yeah, me and the Kirks versus you. The Kirks. Are you guys like... Okay, so there's Kirk's tip. There's Kirk's third leg. And there's you, Kirk's nose yammy. Do all you guys... Are you like friends? Did you like plan that? Can I play Nakey? Grown-ass man typing Nakey in my chat. Huey, lock in, bro. Oh my god, Huey. Listen, you said it before. I'm not trying to be like that, but have we had some drinks tonight? Have we had some drinks in addition to our staking? Are we pairing the two? Like, Evil Kirk? Oh shit, Evil Kirk too. Evil Kirk. Oh my god, they're all popping out at the ends of the night, man. I changed my name as as a troll. Wait, damn it. As a troll, you would never... Dude, you would never guess who I am in the Twitch chat sometimes. All I'm a hint at. No way. Wait. Sometimes? Are you VenomX Nate? VenomX Nate is in Twitch chat all the damn time. I'm drunk. That's crazy. VenomX Nate is in Twitch chat like every damn night. This is the first night I haven't seen that name in chat, so seeing you in the 1v1me app under a different alias would make more sense. How'd you know? Listen, I've got a sixth sense for that sort of thing, okay? But we got ourselves only about 9.5 more minutes, so we're going to get our interviews in momentarily. The admins have jumped into the server to set up with our teams, so you don't got to wait all that much longer, team. We're right there. We're at the finish line. You will see in 2 days Kirk's family. I'm sorry? What? What are we saying right now? What are we yapping? I guess I could play a game of slope. I could play one slope. Can we get one slope in? Let's just do one slope. Just one. Okay? Just one slope, please. Just a single slope. And we can see whether or not I quit commentating 1v1me and I start being a professional sloper. I've been practicing. My eyes are a little bit watery right now, though, from all the staring at a screen for, like almost 3 hours. But listen, I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to deliver at the highest level. I think I'm prepared. I speed up. It do not matter. Speed. I am speed. I'm pretty damn good. Okay, I suck. Dude, I suck. Okay, one more. Hold on. Shh, chill. Dude, you have to get 150 to be a player in 1v1me for this game. 150? Has anybody played this yet? I feel like 150 is like abnormal. I feel like you need to be spending like hundreds of hours in this game like I have in Counter-Strike, and that is not something that I intend on doing. Oh, shit! Okay. What if I just don't see what's beneath me? What if I hit a ramp so fast that I just don't see what's below? Okay, easy. I think I'm high scoring right now. This is the best I've ever been. VenomX Nate, yo, what's up? Get like a good score for the chat, Sophie's. Come on, man. The speed of 85 is nuts. I kind of got to lock in. 150 is insane. I hope they say 100. Yeah, I agree. Dude, that game's hard. I want to get them in for their interviews in a second here, but that game is tough, dude. I don't know how anybody does it. Okay, Lightning McQueen. I will get a better score at some point, bro. Jake and Kirk, the best commentators, changed my mind. Evil Kirk. If Evil Kirk thinks that Kirk is the best commentator and Jake's the best commentator as well, then does that mean that regular Kirk thinks that they're the worst? Is that how that would work? Like, Evil Kirk's opinions have to be the wrong ones, right? You wait, game is not easy, underestimated it bad. COD player Finks and Visma gonna be the people to beat if I get up there. They got an average of 100 plus. Yeah, right, dude. Yeah, right. Look at the tail of the tape one more time before we introduce our final interviews of the night. Pardon me. stupid commentator's brain is beginning to melt now that we're entering the 1 a.m. shift. With FusiioN and Edge having to really kick it into gear 11, frankly. I'll give that a laughing emoji. That's hilarious. That's the funniest thing you may have ever said. Also, I got insider info that Nate is not Kirk's nose. Insider info? That's crazy. Are you one of the Kirks? Are you evil Kirk? Who should I stake, guys? Help me out. It's really not an easy one. It's the bottom 2 ranked teams in the season so far right now, to be honest with you. So it's really, Jamal, it's really not, you know, going to be cut and dry, clear. But I think that if you're going for who's to win, I guess I would go Tiski and Fat Guy, like, ever so slightly. And if we're going to go, like, what they win by, I'm like 9, 6, 7, 8 in either direction if you want to go for a spread. I'm not really sure. User is my fave. Don't tell Kirk, though. Listen, I understand. Got a lot of commentators here at 1v1 me, and they're all very good at what they do. Hey, can you guys shut up? I'm trying to get an interview going.
You're acting like a dick, Tony.
I'm not doing a thing. Listen, we got ourselves a matchup between you guys as the 16th seeded. You got to get your tails moving, and they do as well. If they're 15th, they're not that far off, okay? So
That's the toilet bowl. This is poop and shit playing each other right now.
Listen. Okay, one of them might be. Actually, that's funny you say that. I said one polished turd. It's not necessarily looking all that much better. But right now, I think the win is almost necessary for both of you. I think that you got to kind of get every win that you can pull together for the rest of the season right now. So talk to me a little bit about your expectations up against the team that's only one step ahead of you on Brewery in particular. Because I don't remember the last time I've seen you on that map.
Yeah, it's been a while. We played it twice all season, and one was the debut, and now we're in week 5, I think. Or 6 or 7 or something like that. But wait, really? We're in week 7? Oh my gosh. But basically, yeah, I don't know. Expectations are always high, and we're I don't know. It's actually like a phenomenon how me and Edge can play. Like, we played like 3 pugs today, and we won 2 2v4s. But we get into the wingman, and we turn into bricks with hands. So I don't know. Our expectations are always high, and we're not really, playing the game any sort of adjustments. We're just trying to shoot hard and play the way we do normally, but sometimes it's just not coming up us, bro.
You're gonna encounter a team tonight that I know you've already played once before. How long ago was that actually?
Forever.
It was a month. It was a month. A little over actually. So yeah, I mean, you've played them before, so you know how aggressive they are and can be.
Oh yeah, dude.
They're definitely one of those teams.
We know these guys.
Yeah, they're going to be an interesting effort to try and counteract on Brewery too, because Brewery is a map I think that almost is the most slow. This is like the one that you are going to be shift walking like half the round when you're trying to play out a 1 versus 2 or a 1 versus 1. So we'll see just how quiet they ought to be, because they don't typically like to do that much. Let's see what you guys think as far as the scoreline is going to be for this matchup, though.
Yeah, 9-6 us. I think you're right about the whole. It's like the spawns, especially on the T-side, are so awkwardly like deep, and the site is also again awkward because if your CT spawn, the T's can't come from the left side without making noise. They have to make noise on the drop. If they go middle, you could molly out the plant or double nade the plant. If they go right, if they want to drop into the lower site from the right, they have to make noise. Like, I don't know. It's like calculated containment, and good util can win you this, but it doesn't make it any less awkward with timing. So.
Yeah, I mean, with that, we're going to get into our second interview, and I'm going to wish you guys the best of luck, because we've got our time cut out for us to see if the last game of the night has your name in the cards, or Tiski and Fat Guy, or opted for a win.
Thank you, Tony.
Absolutely. Didn't hear Edge say a single dang word that interview, man. He's a quiet little guy. But let's see what... I mean, I know everybody in this game likes to talk. Both of you guys are very much yappers, FusiioN and Tiski. I think you're kind of 2 sides of the same coin with that one. Fat Guy and Edge are like the quieter ones in balance for some of the interviews. But what do you think that the number 16 team has up against you guys? Do you think that you're going to blow them away? Is the number game even matter?
Tony, I did a super special warm-up that I'm going to tell you about afterwards, and I think this shit's going to make me cracked, brother.
Okay.
So real.
I was going to fucking... I don't know. I'm locked in. That's all I'm saying right now.
Okay, I like that. I like locked. And listen, we only got about 2 minutes left, so I can't ask too many questions. I do just want to ask you how you're feeling about Brewery, because I don't think it matches your style all that much, to be honest with you. And then as a follow-up to that, I want to know what you think the scoreline is going to be.
We got the meta on Brewery, and it's going to match the fuck out of our style. You just watch.
I'm excited. I like to see these kinds of things.
9-8. This time we have CT. We're going to win.
I'm thinking a solid 9-3 here, brother.
9-8 and 9-3. I think this one's going to be a longer one. They suggested this one is going to be a 9-6 for them. I think it's going to be a 9-6, 9-7 in either direction, to be honest with you. We'll see if this one's a long and drawn out end to our ultimate 5th game of the night, or if it will be the 9-3 for Tiski, who, I don't know, sounds like you're going to take this one with a little bit of pace, and that's what I'm expecting, so,
Oh, I forgot. I almost just opened a sticker capsule too, like a dumbass, dude. Holy shit.
Okay, well, I mean, save your money, man, because you're...
Dude, no, that's the one. That's the one with the crown sticker in it.
Pick the wrong jersey tonight.
Ooh, interesting.
I ripped a jersey up that I don't usually wear, and I'm like, oh fuck. Let's see.
Oh, what the fuck?
Are you
This
picking
sticker
jerseys
capsule's
right now? Is that what's doing?
$15.
You're picking a jersey to wear?
No, I already picked it.
Oh.
It's one that I haven't worn in a really long time.
Oh.
Tony, I'm gonna be honest. I really have to take a piss, so I'm gonna like fucking fry this game to take a piss as fast.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna let it go really quickly. Just get it going then. Get it moving. Get it going early if you want. I'll see you in a bit.
All right, absolutely.
Yep.
Dude, he always has to pee before his matches. He is like the worst to take on a car ride. I didn't have to go then. I didn't have to go then. Well, I don't care. We're gonna be sitting and playing this game out if it's the last thing that we damn near do. It's Fusion, it's Edge versus Tiski and Fat Guy on Brewery, no less. So the stakes are coming in very quick. Should be closed by the time that you're hearing this, and we will be operating on the idea that they're getting this game going almost instantly because they already have it clicked, I see. All right, stakers locked in. I turned $9 into 22. I'm so blessed. I call that back against the wall kind of bet. Sophie's making it big. Even when you're down, you're not out, champ. You always got to get back up. Right back on that horse. I was at 90 earlier, went too wild on the spreads. That'll happen. That'll happen to the best of us. Let's cancel out the music and just get ripping into the matchup. And ride it like your life depends on it. Because it does. Oh, wait. Fat Guy is wearing a jersey and Fusion is wearing a Complexity t-shirt. That's kind of heat.
Yeah, this is winners. This is a
I have to go pee now too, bro.
Wingman League. Sorry, we were doing all the match stuff. Couldn't really spin it. This is a Wingman
Tiski got in my head.
delay on. If you go to the 1v1me app on your app store.
This is a good ad. 16th rated team but cares about the brand.
Go to 1v1me app on your app store. You can use code Fusion, 2 eyes all caps, get a $50 sweat-free steak.
Listen to that, bro. Edge goes, steak.
There's 16 league. We're low key on the bottom.
Fusion end me off good. Baby Jug putting all chips in right now in full faith for Fusion and Edge. I like that. Giving them a little bit of a reason to believe. Listen, this 15th and 16th ranked teams, and you're staking on one of the two of them. The lesser of two evils, if you will. Whew, I just got the shivers, bro. Something's got to go down. Is that a golden gun shiver? Did I just get a golden gun shiver? Did you buy a deagle? What are we doing, chat? They both bought deagles. I can't believe what I'm witnessing here. First of which is Fat Guy to just jiggle back and forth and find the tap out onto him. I mean, there's no ammo left in his gun because Fat Guy's got more than double. But there's his 9-to-5 Crash Bandicoot mask. Crash Bandicoot mask does go kind of hard.
Wait, let's save. So double deagle might be kind of a fire meta. Because they're tapping
Wow. That was my Crash Bandicoot impression. If you're ever looking for a voice actor, you know where to hit my line. At Why Not CS2 on Twitter. Desert Eagle in hand again, this time up against better weaponry from that of Tiski and Fat Guy, who are going to be running them through, and Tiski to double up and get some extra cash. That's not the right sound effect. That's the correct sound effect, because he gets the double.
Yo, I'm gonna buy a Mackie. Yeah, I'm gonna knife out to the bridge and nade the middle right away.
That's a good strat, low-key. He's going to try and catch them off guard with his utility pieces. Hopefully not hit with an HE grenade off the spawn on the dome, for his sake. He'll send his HE, and actually they're just ready to swing in. Immediately. 2 HP from Fat Guy. Taken down 2. It's all in your mental. I love that music kit he's got going because it is all in your mental. Okay, that was really nice. Start glazing more. Keep going. Keep saying more about me and my amazing casting work, please, Edge. Oh, Edge is edging me? I get it. Plant on the lower sight. Hasn't been seen on the cross. It's going to need to be a full jump down from Tiski on either side to stop him, and it will not come through. And he doubles back up towards top. I mean, there's only so many places that he could have gone. I think Tiski's going to clear it before he goes down, and he will. Easy enough. It's the easy read from his perspective, I believe. As a character, I would jump IRL with the character disconnecting the controller, and my cousins beat me up. Oh my god. All right. Boom, boom, boom. I used to play Crash Bandicoot Warped on my PlayStation 2 all the time and get really, really pissed. Now, Fusion has a better idea and understanding of how the timings of this map work because he was met with full force on the swing earlier. They've not rushed them through this time, Tiski and Fat Guy. They've played it much more passively for the first time in a long time. Worried that he may be on the back lines now, Fusion. He could get his teammate a stick on the bomb plant off at the very least. Sends his teammate up. Tap. Nope. Stick. And they may already be there ready and waiting. Tiski's going to find his. In fact, he's going to make only a single step, and he's eventually to make it his own a 4th. They are flying through this game. Tiski said 9-3, and they're on track for something like it. The Sharks in Crash Tag Team Racing gave me nightmares as a kid. Fun fact. Oh my. No, you just straight up dinked him, dude. Through the bottom of the floor on the spam. Oh, no. This game is derailing very quickly. The T side being creamed at every turn. Smoke into not mid. Instead, the window and doorway. Has the opening left for Fat Guy and Tiski. Is it intentional? Spamming either way right now. Damage negated. He lands to his toes. And they know exactly where one of the 2 CTs at least were stationed. That is diabolical from Tiski. Man advantage for them. He may have been low prior, but it will not matter when Fat Guy is right around the bend. He's not even actually nearly as low as I would have thought. Edge and Fusion only have 1 kill combined entering this 5th round. Sorry, I thought... It sounds like something was in my room, like an animal. That's really worrying. I have a green screen behind me. There could be. Who knows? Nade goes high and wide. Galila's in his hand. He's going to continue to scale, but he doesn't know that it could have already gotten to the window as Fat Guy hits his, and the second as well. A double kill clutch. What a kill. He finishes it again. I can't understand how unfathomable the timings are. Tony Curse needs to go. Tony Curse hasn't happened for a majority of the night. I got winners. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Or at least for 2 games, I guess, of the 5. So I guess you're right. My bad. I don't know why I lied to you like that. Out and over. Fusion into Tiski. Into the peak on the topside bridge, and Edge is no vision. No more than now could he use the message sent to him by his music kit. The mental has got to be riding low. It's 7 rounds now they're staring down the barrel of. His Edge down the barrel of both Tiski and Fat Guy. Only one of them have been seen. I don't know where the hell Fat Guy could have been off to, but he likes to play on the lower ground. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him there again. They've rotated. They've proactively moved deeper, I believe. Molly has failed. An error is made, and Fat Guy is flanked. They're going to find 7 as they enter the last round of this half. Fusion and Edge have yet to claim a kill per player yet, even.
We got a fucking donut and a breadstick right now. Come on, let's go get a kill.
A donut and a breadstick. That's a 0 and a 1 for those of you who don't know. If you stake 9-0, nobody staked 9-0. It's 42.49 odds for both Fusion and Tiski. There's no world in which somebody had staked for the 9-0. If you did, you need to make yourself known now. Okay, hold on. Wait, let me go back and check the stakes once again that they won that. Maybe they're back. 9-1 is, oh my god, somebody did stake 9-1. 33.73 odds for the 9-1. Crazy Baby 99 says they staked 9-0. There's no way that the gap between the number 15 and 16 teams is that of 8 rounds. That would be absurd. Smoke to the middle of the site as the player in the window is tapped through, and just a hope and a prayer they get the plant. Fusion gets up. Doesn't know where that second guy could have gone off to, but he could be inside the smoke as well. He's just baiting right now, Edge. He's just shooting to try and pull out one of the T's. They're waiting a little bit too long now as they don't have a kid on either player. They're going to need to find the kills. One of them to the right, the one of them unexposed to the left. Kills actually the bomb diffuser is Edge, and Tiski's going to play Ringer on the Rosie with him. He's got his knife pulled. He doesn't even know where he's went. He's played all the way around his mindset as he has to stick the bomb. Fusion realizes that much, and it's going to be Tiski to win out the clutch. 8-1. Somebody is going to be making an absolutely miraculous turn of stake. I'm checking back tomorrow to see who hit it. 33.73 multiplier for the Tiski 9-1. And all they have to stop this right now, Fusion and Edge, are an MP9 per player. Absolutely absurd scenes as the Galil can be heard shooting not only inside of the smoke, but over to the right to where Edge was playing out from. He spams in, trying to get lucky. He has not gotten the kill. He's gotten out at the very least. It's a mag 7. It's not even an SMG for Edge. He's got a shotgun to play with. His teammate's just going to be attempting to get in through the smoke. It's a similar setup, but Fat Guy's to the left, and he's going to find them both for the win, and that is an absolute nightmare for them, but someone has gotten their dreams fulfilled at the end. Let's get our winner's interview going before we say goodnight. Congratulations, team. That was a pretty damn good win, if I do say so myself. Proud of you. I like to see you winning these games in that fashion, especially seeing that now the gap between you and the 16th team is not only 4 games, but apparently 8 rounds. You guys won up the prediction that you had, Tiski, by actually not 1, by 2 up, I guess. That is a pretty good game. Can you? Oh, that's good. Can you walk me through your little strategy that he was talking about in the pre-show? Was there actually something you had cooked up as far as how you wanted to play?
Basically, he told me earlier that we should go into a server and like look at the map more, and
that's a good idea.
Be able to make sure we win 9-0. We did not do that.
Oh, dude, that's why you didn't win 9-0.
But he did come back to me with like, "Yo, we could just push forward every round, and we get there first." So it worked out for us there. Definitely was one of the like most sweaty games I think we played this season, because a couple of guys that are in our chats put a big number on us. So
somebody put a stake on your 9-1. I'll tell you that. I don't know who the lucky man is, but 33.27 or something was the multiplier.
Yeah, but yeah, we pulled it through for them. Shout out Jathan. Go. And yeah, I mean those guys, even though like they're number 16, like they're still solid players. Like we definitely had to show some full respect. So I just want to make it clear and put some respect on their name.
Hell yeah. Well, listen, I congratulations to you. Very big victory, very big win, and I hope to see you hit some more.
I'm back, I'm back, I'm back,
Might be
I'm back,
14th now.
I'm
It's too late. We're going to bed. Good night, Tiski and Fat Guy.
God
Thank you
damn it,
so much
Tony.
for joining
Love
me.
you. This
One
is-
of you, the other guy. No.
I couldn't make it, Tony.
We'll talk
I had
about
to
this.
win that
We'll talk
fast.
about this next interview, okay?
Don't
Talk
do
about it
that,
next
dude.
interview.
Don't hate me, bro.
I don't hate you. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed, okay?
I love you. I love you.
I love you too, man. Good night, guys. Listen, chat, I love you as well. I really appreciate you stopping in both Twitch chat as well as over in the 1v1 Me app. You guys have been great. It's been a wonderful evening, and I had a great time with it. We'll see you again here tomorrow at the same time, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard for the start of our first matchup.